My 13-year-old acts like a puppy again. Almost overnight, she's a different dog.
Perfect poops.
When people switch their dog's food to the farmer's dog, the effects can seem like magic. But there's no magic involved. It's simply real meat and vegetables with all the nutrients dogs need, instead of highly processed pellets. No tricks, just smarter, healthier pet food delivered in packs portioned for your dog. It's amazing what real food can do. Get 50% off your first order at thefarmersdog.com/no-magic.
From executive producer Jimmy Kimmel.
What's up, team? Just two people can't launch a brand. It takes a village.
We are MMD Hollywood.
Wowee.
Which stands for medical marijuana.
Due to restrictions, we can't tell you everything about our new reality series. But what we can say is the idea behind it is fully baked.
I don't know.
High Hopes. Streaming 4/20 on Hulu.
Listening to your favorite podcast? That's smart. Earning your degree online from Southern New Hampshire University? That's really smart. With 24/7 access to coursework, no set class times, and dedicated student support, you can go to school when and where it works for you. Low online tuition means you can even do it for less. And dedicated student support means we'll be with you from day one to graduation and beyond. Join a community of learners just like you. Go to snhu.edu today to start your free application.
What's up? It's your boy, The Ted Smith from The Men's Room. And did you know I have a podcast? Well, I do. The Podcast. New episodes uploaded every Wednesday on the Odyssey app.
Unfortunately, what you're about to hear is real. The members of this radio program are simply not that bright, or what some people would call educated. They are merely stupid. They're not trying to offend anyone on purpose. And all have played doctors on TV. You have been warned and are cordially invited to join the party. This is The Men's Room.
Forget it, man, and get with the countdown. Get with the countdown. Shake this square world and blast off for Kicksville. The trippers, the grasshoppers, the hip ones, all gathered in secrecy and flying high as a kite.
This is The Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. You know what they say, shake your radio more than 3 times, and you're playing with it. You're listening to The Men's Room.
And away we go. Welcome to season 19, episode number 4070. Along with Steve the Thrill Hill, the Ted Smith, and Mike Hart. And you are in The Men's Room. On tap today, once again, we play Big Dummy. Ted's Meat and Potatoes goes drinking in Seattle for St. Patty's Day. We will play Profile This. Plus headlines, the Men's Room shot of the day, fun with listener emails, and everyone's favorite, TV Time with Ted. Click, clack, diggity drum. All right, here we go. Police are looking for a man who robbed a Nebraska vape shop, dressed as Tigger. Meanwhile, Bay Area police bust a shoplifter, but his stash of merchandise at home much, much bigger. A man in Thailand picked the wrong Buddha statue to mess with. If you found a safe and cash on a North Carolina road, I'd take the 5th. And tomorrow we drink some beer at Black Raven Brewing in Woodinville. That is all coming on today's very special episode of The Men's Room.
And now, here's the question.
Hola, bitches. Good day to you and yours. All right, today is the day that we play Big Dummy, the game show that rewards you for your stunning ignorance. And here's how it works. You call us. We will spin on it. That wheel, the category wheel. Yes, we will spin the category wheel, and then we will ask you a question from that category. But here's where Big Dummy separates itself from your average, more reputable game show. We will continue to ask you questions until you get one right. Because, as always, we want you to leave here smarter than you showed up. Now, so far this year, our biggest dummy has been the lovely and talented Dudney, who thought the word medieval meant they're not so bad, and found a way to answer 12 consecutive questions wrong. Can you do better? Well, of course you can. Everyone else has. So give us a call, and off we go on Big Dummy.
Big contestant to play Big Dummy. Call 206-803-ROCK. You can like The Men's Room on Facebook, follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Men's Room Live, and send your emails to The Men's Room at KISW.com.
My 13-year-old acts like a puppy again. Almost overnight, she's a different dog.
Perfect poops.
When people switch their dog's food to the farmer's dog, the effects can seem like magic. But there's no magic involved. It's simply real meat and vegetables with all the nutrients dogs need, instead of highly processed pellets. No tricks, just smarter, healthier pet food delivered in packs portioned for your dog. It's amazing what real food can do. Get 50% off your first order at thefarmersdog.com/no magic.
Listening to your favorite podcast? That's smart. Earning your degree online from Southern New Hampshire University? That's really smart. With 24/7 access to coursework, no set class times, and dedicated student support, you can go to school when and where it works for you. Low online tuition means you can even do it for less. And dedicated student support means we'll be with you from day one to graduation and beyond. Join a community of learners just like you. Go to snhu.edu today to start your free application.
At Metro, get an iPhone 12 with 5G and a dual camera system for $99.99. Take amazing pictures and share them instantly. And don't put up with life's yada yada.
Yada yada.
Like photo bombers. Zoom, crop out,
yada yada.
And bye.
You don't take yada yada in life, don't take yada yada from your wireless provider. Get iPhone 12 with 5G with no activation fees and nada yada yada. Only at Metro by T-Mobile. Switch to Metro, bring your ID. This offer isn't available for customers currently at T-Mobile or that have been with Metro in the past 180 days.
Nature has developed a lot of natural defenses. Take it from a little bug like me. I've pretty much seen them all. Porcupines got quills. Snakes got venom. And me, I got camouflage. Nature's always finding ways to support life. Like elderberries. Nature's Way extracted the best of the berry, tossed in vitamin C and D and zinc, and put them into a yummy immune-supporting gummy. Nature's Way Sambucus Gummies. Powerful immune support inspired by nature. Nature's Way.
Debauchery rolls on. You're listening to The Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
Well, Macholas, away we go. Welcome to Season 19, Episode number 4070. What a large and in charge program we have for you today. Guaranteed future repeat. The head chef is back. Ted's Meat Potatoes. We're going to go drinking on St. Patty's Day here in the lovely city of Seattle.
Yeah, man. We've got a nice little list. Thank you, Miles, for the list. And it's got all the good, like the Irish pubs that feel like home.
Okay.
Yep. And if it's a good Irish pub, it should feel like home.
You know what's funny is spent a little bit of time in Ireland. And when I say a little bit of time, I mean like 15 hours. But the one thing we wanted to do, we got to go to an authentic Irish pub. Here's the thing about Irish pubs. All the ones you've been to here in the States, it's exactly what you go to in Ireland.
Right.
It's an Irish pub. So we went in, and it was almost disappointing because it's kind of the same dark wood, same beers on tap, the same booths. And I'm like, I don't know what we expected, other than the fact that our waitress was actually Irish. But I'm like, yeah, I could be a fedora right now.
When you think and the Irish pub, like as we know, it started in Chicago.
Get the hell out of here.
For real.
No, I believe you. It's just...
It makes sense. It does make sense. I mean, they're going to dye the river green this weekend, right?
Yeah.
One good thing about an Irish pub is typically whatever neighborhood it's in, it's more than likely locally owned and operated.
Seems that way, yeah.
It's been there for a while compared to a lot of the other bars. There's a reason I believe there's not a big national chain of Irish pubs.
I think Fido was probably one.
One of the bigger ones.
Yeah,
right?
Fido still did a good job. I miss Fido.
Then
remember back in the day, there used to be Bennigan's.
Yeah, was it?
Oh, that's right.
I know they kind of leaned. I feel like Bennigan's was to an Irish pub what Taco Bell was to Mexican food, like inspired by an Irish pub.
It was
not
casual.
Quite that. Yeah.
Casual dining, but not
That's the only one I remember being like, feels like it's a chain Irish pub.
Yeah.
So we're going to go drinking on St. Patty's Day with Ted's Meat and Potatoes. What else do we have for you? Oh, we're throwing a little party tomorrow, Bacholas. Want to see you at the Black Raven Brewery and Tap House in Woodinville. We're doing the show live tomorrow from 2 until 6. I'm going to assume doors will open a little bit earlier than that if you want to.
No idea.
Stop by and join us for a beer. Taste the brand new Men's Room IPA. It is a fantastic brew if you haven't had it on draft. As soon as Ryan Castle gets back here today,
I know.
We have a keg in our kegerator. He's got a lock on it. I don't know why why would you put a lock on a kegerator?
I don't understand that, Miles.
It's locked.
And they won't tell us where the key is.
And the only people that have the key is the bosses. I am not sure what's going on around here. I think they want to keep the beer just for themselves.
That's what I'm convinced of. Yeah. It's not like we would drink it.
I mean,
come on.
We're on the air.
We're doing a show, man.
Exactly. Why would
One of the bosses is still here. I bet he's got a key.
Why would you lock
I'm sure
that?
he does, but it's, he's less likely to bend.
So it looks like we'll just be...
he might not care at this
point.
You know what, you're right.
Yeah, they can't tell us no at the Black Raven Brewery and Tap House in Woodville tomorrow. So
they can just stare at us angrily.
Yeah. Now, you guys need to slow down.
You
okay,
guys
so do you.
You need to slow down. Mike's getting hammered tomorrow.
Yeah,
oh, that's right.
Are you doing it tomorrow or are you getting hammered?
You damn right.
Oh, nice. Good for you.
I don't have to run the board. We're bringing Kevin, and he's going to run this side of it. Dude, I'm getting wasted tomorrow.
Nice. All right.
I like the spirit.
Men's Room World Tour stop
we got
number
flasks. They're already packed. We're ready to go.
This is our first stop of 2024. We're doing the IPA launch party. Hope to see you tomorrow. Black Raven Brewery and Tap House, again, as Ted would say, in Woodinville.
Woodinville.
Not Redmond. Woodinville.
I had somebody last night say it to me.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So the one, that one in Red, a buddy of mine. I'm going to come out. Oh, the one, no, not the Redmond one.
Yeah.
Woodinville.
We'll be a part of the festivities, of course, doing our show live. And stop by and be a part of the show. So we're going to do a live show.
Watch Mike drink.
From Black Raven. And taste the brand new IPA. And they got tons of great beers. That is a fantastic
Are you going to do the Steve Austin?
I'm about to say, I'm going to be like Steve Austin on your...
Yeah. If you are in the industry of local beer here in the Pacific Northwest, I think it's going to be a who's who of the
my
industry.
Understanding, yeah.
So, if you want to mingle with friends, hang out with us, watch the show, it's going to be a good day. They got tons of great beer up there, including the Trickster IPA, another good one. My favorite, Kitty Cat Blues from Black Raven. They've got a lime Pilsner beer, which is fantastic. Cut out of work a little bit early. Sun's going to be shining. You got an excuse. Just tell the boss, like, dude, look out.
It's Friday. It's nice out.
It's
St. Patrick's Day weekend. You got to get out of work.
I'm leaving. I'm getting the hell out. So that is going down tomorrow. We hope to see you there. It's going to be a great time. And today is the day we play the game known as a Big Dummy. It's an easy game to play. We will spin the category wheel. You're either playing for Team Sober or Team Not Sober. So far, our biggest dummy has been Doneen, who took 12 questions to get one right. And as we like to do when we play Big Dummy, we do a men's room poll.
By the way, her name is actually Doneen, but since she's the biggest dummy, we've changed it to Doneen.
We've got some stories from the news last week, and we said, hey, of all these scenarios, pick one. So the first scenario was you had a rattlesnake in your car for 2 weeks. Now, I'm trying to remember where this lady lived.
I think it was Arizona. It was in a place where rattlesnakes would be.
But either way, they speculated, and her boyfriend turned around and saw the rattlesnake's flickering tongue in the back seat of the car. They realized the rattlesnake had been in the car for probably about 2 weeks.
Right.
So, situation one, and you're going to use the car. You have a rattlesnake in your car for 2 weeks. All right, next up on the list. You get to fight off a bear. We had a horrible story about a woman who went outside to try to protect her dog from a bear that was attacking her dog in the backyard. She got messed up pretty bad. This bear charged her a number of times, broken bones, broken
She had to call the bank, in fact.
Lacerations, the whole deal. So you could fight off a bear. Next up on the list, as it was announced in the news that Mike Tyson was going to go back into the ring. I actually saw a training video of him today.
On Netflix?
He's doing an exhibition bout, I'm assuming, against Jake Paul in Dallas at AT&T Stadium. So far, that is still on. I'm sure there'll be a hookup or something along the way that'll kind of mess this thing up, some kind of hitch. But the bout is scheduled, so you would go one round with Mike Tyson. So far, a round with Mike Tyson. Rattlesnake in your car, fight off a bear. And the last thing that you would do, and this is a wild story, you would lose 3 fingers. Now, what was the reason behind that?
And she was disappointed.
The last time the Kansas City played a home playoff game, before they went on the road and won all the Super Bowls, they played the first game, the wild card game, at home against the Miami Dolphins. It was the 4th coldest recorded game in NFL history. One guy who took his gloves off for 5 minutes to set up a tent when he was tailgating in the parking lot. Looks like he's going to lose 3 fingers. He was not alone in the number of people who went to that game and are going to have things amputated. All right? So choice number 4 was that you would lose 3 fingers. Okay, so here's how the voting shook out. We put the poll up for you at our Twitter page there at Men's Room Live, and here's how the results shook out. Coming in last place with only 7% of the vote, you said the last thing you wanted to do was fight off a bear.
That's fair.
Fight off a bear.
All right.
In third place, 11% of you, rather than fight off a bear, you'd rather just lose 3 fingers.
Because they're one and the same at that point.
I mean,
without the puncture wounds to your head.
I mean, do you really think you could fight off a bear and only lose 2 fingers? Or maybe even not even make it out? Who knows? But
depends on the bear. You know.
But you're gambling on the 3 fingers instead of fighting the bear.
Is it all the same hand, or could you choose okay, I want this one to go, I want this one to go,
Well, look, we always
get a funky looking hand.
Would you rather lose 3 fingers on one hand
I would rather
or
choose.
lose 2 on one and 1 on the other.
2 on one and 1 on the other.
All right, let me ask you a question.
I'd rather just have one bum-looking hand, right, as opposed to 2 hands that look effed up.
Have you guys ever seen the video of, it's a little baby gorilla, and he's messing with his dad or his mom. His mom is sitting on a log. Obviously, this is in a zoo or someplace, and he kind of butt over the log. But the little guy comes up with his finger and just starts poking mama or daddy right in the bungus. Okay?
Really?
And the gorilla just jumps up and just shocked. He turns around, acting like he's going to kick his ass. Gorilla sits back down. Little guy comes back up again. Right in the bungus. You know what I mean? And just same reaction. You could tell this gorilla's going to kill his kid. It happens 3 times. My new technique, I think.
With a gorilla?
With a bear. Anything. If the eyes don't work and I still have some fingers, I'm going to try that maneuver.
Oh, yeah.
Going for the butt.
I am.
That's recommended.
What else makes you jump like that?
That's recommended.
Yeah, break it up like a dogfight.
I'm going
to let him fight. What am I thinking my feet? Like, sorry, dude. You just finished fighting.
There's only one place that I could touch on your body that would make you jump immediately.
Yeah, and that is the place.
That is the place. You know what I mean? I could poke anywhere else. You'd be like, yeah, whatever. But if I poked you back, you God.
What if the bear's like, oh, don't stop. Okay. Oh, I'm here for the long haul now, buddy.
So lose 3 fingers comes in 3rd place. Coming in 2nd place, 39% of you said you'd take the rattlesnake in the car for 2 weeks. So
snakes don't bug me. The problem with the rattlesnake is, in a period of 2 weeks, I just feel like you up the risk of it biting you. Yes. Every day you're getting a day closer to statistically getting bitten.
That's right. And the number 1 winner, a round with Mike Tyson. 43% of you said, you know what? Great story to tell. At least I could say I did it. I don't know how long I would last.
Not long.
You would not last. Trust me, just watching the training video that they put out today, I don't even know that's day 1 of Mike Tyson.
And there's less of a chance of him killing you. He's going to knock your ass out, but he's not going to try to kill you.
Yeah.
You don't think.
You don't know.
So, right.
It depends on the day.
He doesn't have the, I love Mike Tyson. I mean, I like Tyson, but
he might try to kill you.
There's some crazy episodes.
Mm-hmm. So, today on the poll, being is that we're heading over to Black Raven Brewery and Tap House in Woodinville tomorrow.
Woodinville.
The poll involves drinking. Now, here's the thing, all right? Whatever you pick, you have to drink that exclusively for 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you can drink for 1 year. So if you're going to get it on, this is the only thing that you can have the entire afternoon.
As far as booze goes, you can drink water, you can have soda, but if you want booze, these are your choices.
These are your choices. Your first choice, and it's the only thing you can drink for a year, would be Mad Dog 2020, which is a delicious flavored fortified wine. Let me give you the specs. Fortified wines or tonic wines, known informally as bum wines or bum vino, are inexpensive fortified wines that typically have an alcohol content between 13 and 20% alcohol by volume. They are made from various fruits, including grapes and citrus fruits. They add sugar, artificial flavor, and artificial color. Now, Mad Dog 2020, often called by its nickname, just straight up Mad Dog, is an American fortified wine. The MD stands for its producer, Mogan David. It has an alcohol content, it varies by flavor, from 13 to 18%. Now, initially, 2020 stood for 20 ounces at 20% alcohol currently. Mad Dog 2020 is sold neither in 20-ounce bottles nor in at 20% alcohol by volume at this point. In the central belt of Scotland, this is the most popular beverage.
Really?
Usually drunk from the bottle and often associated with antisocial behavior.
First of all, does anybody pour a glass of Mad Dog?
I've had...
I want it.
I've had
Put
shots.
me a glass
even
of
when you're-
famous Mad Dog.
But even when you share,
you've had it out of a glass because it was a shot glass.
It was a shot.
Right. But
Nobody
even-
pours. That's what Thrill's saying. Nobody pours it over ice. It's like, I'm going to enjoy that.
like if you want to share it, it's like a joint or a flask. Like right, we're all hitting
it
it.
should already be chilled.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you need the ice, but it's a wine. It's still a wine. So you'd still drink it like wine, but probably not in a wine glass.
You do not drink it.
It's
like
not that
wine.
classic.
No.
Nobody drinks
And I
Mad
told
Dog
you,
like
I knew about the percentages because the liquor store I worked at, we didn't in PG County, you can't sell liquor on Sundays.
Okay.
So there was one flavor of Mad Dog we couldn't sell on Sundays because it was 17.
What is it? Do you know the flavor? Is it like strawberry or?
I'm guessing Jubilee.
Well,
I can't remember
It just
what it
depends
was.
on the fruits. That's what I'm saying. If you're going to
Right.
buy a price point on a bottle of fortified wine and it's the same price, you might as well go higher alcohol.
If you're worried about the price point on a bottle of fortified wine,
What I'm saying
stay on the
is- what I'm
corner
saying,
for another
the people who
hour,
are buying
collect
it,
another $1.50, you'll be okay.
There's a reason people buy malt liquor instead of just buying regular beer.
It gets you where you want to go.
So I would buy the higher alcohol contents. If I'm going,
it's like buying crack instead of cocaine.
If I have to drink Mad Dog 2020, I'm going for the 18% variety.
We always just drank strawberry kiwis. We thought it was the best.
Really? We went orange all the time. And it wasn't good.
They're not bad. I've tried about 4 or 5 different flavors. There's a place in Fremont called Adaball. Mm-hmm. It's an old pinball and video game spot. And they offer you a shot of Mad Dog 2020 if you'd like some. It's not expensive.
It shouldn't be.
Here's the thing about Mad Dog. Next time, like, I don't know, if you're not playing golf and, it's noon, 1, you're going to start at afternoon of drinking, go in there and start with it. And tell me you still think it tastes okay.
Okay.
By the way, I don't know.
Mad Dog, after you've had a few beverages, Mad Dog isn't that bad.
Yeah. But also, the girl that was ugly when you got to the bar doesn't look so bad.
I just remember in high school, the first time I had it going on, and my cousin John was like, you were already drunk, dude. So literally, he came over one Saturday and was like, here, just try it. And I was like, oh, this is gross.
By the way, someone here says, have you seen the new Mad Dog 2020 that they have in cans?
I have not seen
I've never seen canned Mad Dog.
So fortified wine Mad Dog 2020, your first choice. Next up, Steel Reserve, also known as 211, is an American lager brand owned and produced by the Steel Brewing Company, which is owned by Miller and a subsidiary, of Molson Coors. The drink comes in black, silver, also known as triple export malt liquor, and high gravity lager. It has a high alcohol content, typically 8.1%. It is sold in 40s, 24s, 22s. They do have 4-pack cans as well. Either way, the 40-ounce, 8.1 APV variety is widely available throughout the U.S. However, some states require that they basically dilute the product. That would be Utah and a few others to be within accordance of state law. By the way, in 2012, Steel Reserve received the gold medal in the category of American-style premium lager or malt specialty lager at the World Beer Cup.
Got to be kidding me.
Steel Reserve. Award-winning Steel Reserve.
That tells me there was no other competition in that category.
Next up, and remember, you have to drink this only for a year. This is the only alcohol you can consume. Next up, Yukon Jack, which is a liqueur made from Canadian whiskey and honey. It is named after the pioneer, the famous Canadian pioneer, Leroy Napoleon Jack McQuestion.
Nice.
It is
That is a
40%
football player.
alcohol by volume or 80 proof, whereas in the U.S. it is 50 APV. It is 100 proof. The origin of the liqueur is unknown, but it was advertised in Maryland in the United States in the early 1940s. Although Canadian whiskey regulations allow for the inclusion of a small percentage of non-whiskey alcohol, once you put that honey in there and other stuff, it is now labeled a Canadian liqueur.
Okay.
So Yukon Jack is your third choice.
I will say the first time I had it was in Ocean City in Maryland.
All right, there you go.
That was my first shot ever. My first taste
Yukon
of alcohol
Jack?
was Yukon Jack.
And
Because-
you drink alcohol at all now?
Yeah, I did. Well, that was kind of my old man's deterrent because I was like 13 or something like that. I was
Try
like,
it.
I kind of want to try this. He's like, okay, here, try this. And
I
he poured me
know,
a shot of
it tastes
Yukon
like
Jack,
this.
and I brought it up to my nose. He's like, don't smell it. You ain't gonna drink it if you smell it.
Yeah, not that you want to do Texas-style hunting, but I know that in West Virginia, typically that was the hoot you brought when you're climbing up in your tree stand because it kept you warm.
About to say, it keeps you warm.
And fourth and finally on your choice, remember you can only drink this one alcohol for an entire year. If you're from Iowa, you know it well. Mellow Corn. Produced in accordance with a unique set of regulations and defines straight corn whiskey. It is distilled from a mash of at least 80% corn and aged for 4 years in a once-used bourbon barrel. Now, compared to the deep amber color created by a charred oak barrel, say if you're making a whiskey or a bourbon, the result of the used barrels is a more lighter, straw-colored spirit. Heaven Hill Distillery is one of the few remaining producers of this very unique whiskey.
I wonder why.
Mellow Corn comes in at 100% proof. And it is...
At 100% bad.
Does it at least taste a little corn?
You can taste a hint of corn.
Sort of.
Because I still want to try this stuff. Like, Miles
Look,
been talking nonstop.
it's
about
worth
it.
trying, but you're not going to like it.
Didn't we try it? Did we not try it in here? Didn't somebody drop off a bottle for you?
Yeah. You can't really mix it with anything. You can't do a mellow
Well, we
corn
had a
killer.
bottle. I don't know that Mike tried it.
I'm about to say, we had a bottle, but shocking. I don't think I took a shot out of it.
You can, just so you know, you can start your car with mellow corn.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I mean, it's going to destroy the engine, but you can pour it in your lawnmower or whatever, and it'll fire right up, man. If you're on the highway and you run out of gas, you got a bottle of mellow corn. I wouldn't recommend that.
No.
But it will work.
I would recommend driving in any vehicle with a bottle of mellow corn in the back.
Yeah.
The cops will just laugh at you.
Yeah.
But
Why do you carry this
in
around?
case you run out of gas.
All right. You want to put the handcuffs on yourself?
We're going to get a lawsuit. Miles Montgomery said I can do it. My car's busted.
Well, Everclear works better. Less sugar. We put the poll there up if you follow us on Twitter at Men's Room Live. So our Men's Room poll, you'll drink only one for a year. Will it be Mad Dog 2020, Steel Reserve, Yukon Jack, or Mellow Corn? We'll come back with Big Dummy next.
From executive producer Jimmy Kimmel.
What's up, team? Just two people can't launch a brand. It takes a village.
We are MMD Hollywood.
Wow,
which stands for medical marijuana.
Due to restrictions, we can't tell you everything about our new reality series. But what we can say is the idea behind it is fully baked. High Hopes. Streaming 4/20 on Hulu.
There are any number of reasons you might consider selling your home. That's where an agent who is a realtor comes in to navigate the process to sell your home in a way that's right for you. Because that's who we are. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. Remember when you first saw the potential? And then through some elbow grease, fresh installs, and a whole lot of love, you transformed 100,000 miles and a body full of rust into a drive that's all your own. Look to your left. Look to your right. It's official. No one's got a ride like this. There's nothing else that sounds like, feels like, or looks like the set of wheels in your garage. With over 122 million parts, you can make sure your number one ride or die stays running smoothly. So there's no limit to how far you can take it. Brake kits, turbochargers, engines, exhaust kits, roof racks, LED headlights, bumpers, whatever your baby needs, eBay Motors has it. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, it's guaranteed to fit your ride the first time, every time, or your money back. Plus, at these prices, well, you're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
If you've ever wondered if you can pull off cowboy boots, then you should pull on a pair of Tacovas. Comfortable right out of the box and available in dozens of timeless men's and women's styles. Their handcrafted boots are ready to put the world at your heels. When comfort leads, confidence follows. And Tacovas delivers both right to your door. Visit Tacovas.com. That's TECOVAS.com. And don't go gently. You'll love where you're headed.
99.9 KISW. The shenanigans continue. This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
And away we go. Game is Big Dummy. Let's do this. 206-803-ROCK. Steve, who is our first contestant? Ready to play the big game.
Well, Ted knows who it is.
James.
James, welcome to the Men's Room.
Hello. Hola. James, are you sober or not sober today?
Definitely not sober.
All right, James, welcome to Big Dummy. Okay, our Men's Room poll, you get to drink only one for a year. Are you taking Mad Dog 2020, Steel Reserve, Yukon Jack, or Mellow Corn?
Steel Reserve.
Steel Reserve. All right.
You sound like a man who may have enjoyed a Steel Reserve or two.
Yeah, it's cheap.
It is cheap, and there's a reason for that.
I'm definitely taking Steel Reserve out of that list.
I'm right there with you. All of them are cheap, so as far as money goes, that does not figure into this decision, but I've had all of those. And Steel Reserve, to me, is about, and believe it or not, Mad Dog's right behind that.
I might take Mellow Corn.
Of course you are. Of course you are.
It's 11.
No, if I could figure out a way to get premium White Lightning, I would do that. But, for right now,
well,
Steel Reserve.
James, we thought about that, but the problem with it is anytime you do Everclear or 151 or any of those beverages, if you did drink them for a year, you can dilute them.
You can mix them.
You can mix them. It's the obvious choice if you know anything about drinking.
Right.
Compared to the options.
Because you'll add something to kill the taste.
Exactly.
This, we want you to suffer. All right, here is your question. Who sings the Friends theme song? I seriously hate that song.
I know the song.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be
there for
you. Oh, shut up.
That's the right response.
Hey, James, I believe there's a toothpaste with this name.
There is a toothpaste and a name of an artist, as in painter, I believe.
Colgate?
Colgate. I believe he was in the What was he?
Impressionist era?
No, not impressionist. I think he was more like a...
Bro, I don't know.
I thought we were just joking about Colgate.
We are.
I was like, I know it's Rembrandts.
Yeah, the Rembrandts. Name another song from the Rembrandts. Exactly.
We're still here.
All right, your question, a smack. A smack is a group of what aquatic animal?
Tuna?
Jellyfish. A smack of jellyfish. All right, your question. Both the movie and the TV show MASH were set during what war?
Oh, geez. I really want to mess this up, but, MASH is my favorite show. So, the Korean War.
Well, you didn't mess it up. Even though you really, really wanted to.
And oddly enough, the TV show lasted longer than the Korean War.
How long was the Korean War?
I don't remember, but that's one of the things my mom always told me. She goes, this TV show lasted longer than the actual war.
So the last few seasons, they're basically just out there in a tent and everyone's gone?
Well, no one told them.
3 years. Korean War was 3 years.
And MASH was on for, probably 11 seasons, 9 seasons, somewhere around there. Man, it had a good run.
Big Dummy! It was on from 1972 to 1983.
Okay, good run. Hello, Danny. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola. Danny, team sober, team not sober?
Sober.
All right, Danny, welcome to Big Dummy. Okay, you can only drink one for a year. You're taking Mad Dog 2020, Steel Reserve, Yukon Jack, or Mellow Gold? Mellow Corn.
Real quick first, I just want to say the U District Safeway has the new beer.
All right.
Nice. Very cool.
They also have the old beer, so you can And secondly, man, pick up lock picking as a hobby. You guys could be into that keg right now.
Look, man, it's not
easy.
that, okay? Somebody else said you got to know a locksmith or something. Look, we could break the lock. There's no question that we could do that and grab beer. The problem is the bosses would be even more upset.
Danny, are you able to pick a lock? Do you have the skill set?
Yeah, man. I just bought like a lockpick set off Amazon, and they come with these clear locks. And, dude, most locks you can pick in like 30 seconds. It'd be great just to put the lock back on after you guys polish that whole thing off.
That would be kind of funny.
To pick the lock, drink all the beer, put the lock back on. I don't know.
What was the last lock that you picked there, Danny?
Honestly, I don't usually use it for very nefarious reasons. I've used it like when I couldn't find my storage key for my storage shed, and I didn't want to have to drill it out and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
But one time I did pick the lock at this place. I had a friend who was letting me store some stuff, and we had a falling out, and he didn't want to let me in, so I went over at 2 a.m, picked the lock, got all my stuff out of there, and locked it back up.
All right.
Yeah, but you locked it back up. All right.
All right, so what are you going to drink for a year, Danny? Mad Dog 2020, Steel Reserve, Yukon Jack, or Mellow Corn?
I think I'll do Steel Reserve so I can function. All those other things sound like, you're going to be real drunk all the time. So
because I've never seen a drunk person on Steel Reserve, ever. Not one time.
Well,
but
I'm just
that,
saying.
Yeah,
no,
I
get
list,
you, man.
It seems like I just feel like I could sip on a 40 of Steel Reserve for a while.
And last longer than any of those, for sure.
Yeah.
By the way, we just got an update here. The movie MASH was based on Vietnam. TV show Korean War, the movie Vietnam.
Okay.
All right, here's your question. Xenophobia is the fear of what?
Isn't that the fear of not like other races, but it's like other cultures or other people?
Okay, but strangers or foreigners?
Okay.
I was going to say, I thought it was foreigners.
Yeah, strangers or foreigners. But strangers are in there as well, but in our current political climate, they only use it for foreigners, right? All right, so you got one and done, so we give you our true or false question. True or false? Sloths can hold their breath longer than dolphins. True or false?
Ooh, I'm going to say just because they don't move much, they probably have a low metabolic rate. I think probably true.
Not only that, here's the thing. A sloth can hold its breath for up to 40 minutes. Dolphins got to pop up for air every 10.
And as slow as they move, I know this sounds crazy, but when they do cross a river or a lake, they have such a long reach and such a smooth stroke that they actually move faster in water than they do on land.
They do. And, one of the things about sloths, that everyone knows they are just molasses of the animal kingdom, but they live in the same place as tigers and all this kind of crap. So they stay up in the trees because they got no chance on the ground. and we're watching some documentary, and it was mating season, and the male sloth, who's been moving slow through this whole thing, hears the sex call of the female. Brother looked like Usain Bolt, man. So they're slow because they're not in a hurry, but when they want to get laid, they can hustle.
Game is Big Dummy, 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Tom. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola. Tom, sober or not sober?
Sober.
Tom, welcome to Big Dummy. Okay, you can only drink one thing for an entire year. Are you taking Mad Dog 2020, Steel Reserve, Yukon Jack, or Mellow Corn?
Probably Steel Reserve.
Steel Reserve again.
All right. I get a feeling it's going to be the big winner today. All right, Tom, here is your question. Who was the last president with facial hair?
I'd say William Henry Harrison.
Is that Teddy?
No.
Taft?
William Howard Taft. I wonder why that is. He just fell out of favor somehow if he became the president.
Well,
Used to be you either had the big-ass sideburns and the beard, you could have a massive mustache, you could have both, and then after that, just clean shaven.
Well, optics and appearance, I feel like, plays a very major role in what they do as far as campaigning and all that.
So once television hit,
pretty much.
People see you.
And with the styles that changes, the style that you need to look, proper and look as leaderly as you can. I think changes. Yeah,
right.
Exactly. You know what I mean? So I think the clean-shaven look just made it look like you had your stuff together.
So you're saying if you're doing a job interview, but it's just visuals, all right? You're not talking to him. The guy with the facial hair, maybe not. He's not getting that manager job.
I'd bet money.
Okay. All right, your question. Who is the artist behind the albums 1989 and Reputation?
No idea. Prince.
Taylor Swift.
Oh, my bad, yeah.
I honestly didn't know. I'm like, okay.
1989, I know. You see that one everywhere.
Well, I'm glad I didn't know that.
Yeah, honestly, got me. I didn't. And my daughter listens to her, but like I said, I know nothing about her other than who she's dating because they won't stop talking about it. All right, your question. What is the capital of Peru?
Lima?
There you go. Good job, Tom. Very good.
So why is it Lima, Peru, but it's a lima bean? I mean, they're spelled the same. No one says a lima bean. It's a lima bean. But if you go to Peru...
is it like George and Jorge?
But they're spelled different, at least.
Well, it's kind of like read and red.
You know what? That's a good point. Tear and tear.
Yeah, there you go.
God. Gonzaga and Gonzaga.
Right.
Eat, eight? No, those are spelled different.
Carnegie and Carnegie. Don't know.
Hello, Thaddeus. Welcome to the men's room.
Hello.
Hola. Thaddeus, are you sober or not sober?
Team sober.
All right. Okay, Thaddeus, what are you drinking for a year? Are you drinking only exclusively Mad Dog 2020, Steel Reserve, Yukon Jack, or Mellow Corn?
I'm going to have to go with Mad Dog.
All right.
What flavor are you on?
Just straight up Mad Dog. I don't think I'm going to go with flavor.
There's no such thing. It's all
you don't get a choice.
It's fortified wine. It all involves fruit.
If there's a mango, I'm going there.
All right.
Do they have a mango, Ted? I know they got with the Jubilee, the orange, strawberry.
Yeah, and some of the flavors have changed over the years.
Keep up with the times, Guava Explosion, Mad Dog.
All right, let's go Guava Explosion.
I don't think that exists, but...
Actually, I mean,
dang it.
There is just a Mad Dog 2020 Spiked.
Spiked. Well, that sounds real
Trying to
dangerous.
spike it?
Right, it's Mad Dog 2020. We made it more potent.
But then you have Golden Pineapple, Dragon Fruit, Blue Raz, which is pretty famous, the Orange Jubilee.
Orange Jubilee, yeah.
Banana Red, Red Grape Wine.
Wow, they've definitely
Electric
expanded.
Melon.
Ooh.
Yeah. Strawberry Kiwi, and then one they named after a great R&B song, Peaches and Cream.
Peaches and Cream Mad Dog. Nothing says love.
Peaches and Cream Mad Dog.
I like where your head's at, Thaddeus. All right, here's your question.
You know what? I've drank Mad Dog with a guy named Thaddeus.
Really?
Well, I went to high school with a guy named Thaddeus.
I'd say, based on where you're from, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
You know what? I have two. I'm actually thinking about this.
Right. There's a good chance both of us have drank.
And it ain't the same Thaddeus.
With a brother named Thaddeus.
Damn. Yep.
Was your Thaddeus a big man?
He was, man, I'll tell you off air how tough this dude was. Real good guy, but yeah, we drink Mad Dog.
Yeah, my Thaddeus, same thing. He's still a bouncer.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. God, that is the name of a bouncer. How much do you weigh, Thaddeus?
I weigh about 130.
See, you're not a real Thaddeus.
So you're Comic-Con Thaddeus. or Thaddeus?
Oh, shit, I'm a real Thaddeus. That was what I was given.
No, they should have picked different. I feel like you should be a 6'4" brother that weighs 240. Right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's the only way. When you say Thaddeus, that's exactly what I
You're
picture.
white Thaddeus.
Yeah, white Thaddeus. That does sound like a superhero.
I am a white Thaddeus, yes.
I am white Thaddeus.
I couldn't tell by your voice. I didn't want to say anything.
Yeah, nothing gives it away. All right. Here is your question. What toy does E.T. use to phone home?
A freaking spell.
Damn. Nice
White
job.
Thaddeus is on it.
I was thinking it was Simon for some reason.
I couldn't remember.
All right, Thurl, come here real quick.
Hold on, let me give you a true or false
That might
question.
be Close Encounters.
All right, that is true or false. Humans cannot walk in a continuous straight line without looking at something.
True.
All right. That's why people in the desert end up walking in circles. Hold on, let me look at
I just wanted to see if I could, like, that's two normal sized people and then Thaddeus.
God damn.
He's like a foot above him.
Yeah, my Thaddeus wasn't that big, but geez, man.
Yeah, tough dude, still a bouncer, but again, nice guy. In the
Nice
world.
guy.
I love that guy. He DJ'd my sister's wedding.
Really?
Oh yeah. If you go to a Smith family function, there's a good chance Thad is there.
He doesn't have to be mean.
No, you don't
He
have to.
doesn't.
You don't. It's like a St. Bernard.
Right. When he looks at you and goes, "Leave the bar," you leave.
You're going to. Hello, Mike. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, gentlemen.
Hola. Mike, sober, not sober?
Sober and shopping.
Oh, you're shopping. What are you buying?
DoorDash.
Oh, all right, Mike. Okay, you get to drink only one thing for a year. You taking Mad Dog 2020, Steel Reserve, Yukon Jack, or Mellow Corn?
Was there like a fruit punch option to that Mad Dog?
There's something close to that.
Let's see. Is that a fruit punch?
I mean, Ted ran through it, man.
You got a banana red or a dragon fruit.
Dragon fruit's probably your closest bet.
We'll do dragon fruit, because normally I do something that's like a red or a strawberry type of something.
Yeah, there you go. I think you're a dragon fruit kind of guy.
You'll like it. You won't like the Mad Dog,
Why are
but
we
you'll like the
selling
dragon
Mad
fruit.
You won't have a choice.
I know. What are we doing? Don't buy Mad Dog.
Yeah, it's a hypothetical, dude. Just drink one. Just pick it.
All right, Mike, here's your question. What does an NFL referee signal by stretching out his arms to his sides with his palms down?
Offside?
Hold on. Penalties offset.
Nope. You got your arms are straight out at your side, but your palms face down.
Is that too many men?
That would be unsportsmanlike conduct.
God, we should know that.
No kidding.
I know. You know it
No
when
kidding.
you're watching.
Yeah.
It's like semaphore. It's like semaphore. You should be able to figure it out.
When I was auditioning to be the voiceover guy over there at Lumen, that was part of the test. Is that when you see a referee do this, what does it mean? And I did not know near as much as I wanted to.
Right. All right, here is your question. What is the largest living structure on Earth that is not your mother?
Living structure.
Yes.
Oh.
What's the living structure?
Largest living structure.
Just lost a huge chunk of it. They found out in the last week or two.
We'll say Mount Rushmore because it has faces.
Natural. Great Barrier Reef.
Yes, the Great Barrier Reef.
All right.
But
that would be really weird if that mountain was natural.
Yeah. No.
How did they know the 4 presidents would look like that?
This isn't what we wanted.
This is not what I looked like.
Look at that. How did they know?
How come you didn't get the mole on Roosevelt's head?
All right, your question. In the military, what does the abbreviation GI stand for?
GI?
GI.
General information.
General enlisted?
Government issue.
Oh. I thought it was general infantry.
Damn.
Used to be a good punk band named Government Issue back in the day.
They were awesome, yeah. All right, your question. What country was Marco Polo from?
Spain.
I'll say Italy.
Italy. I'm glad that somebody texted in. I bet Adrian would know what signal that means. Yeah, he's a referee.
It's his job.
I desperately hope he knows what the hell he's doing when he throws his hands out there.
He's on the biggest stage of his particular field. Yeah.
You know what annoys me about him? So there's probably 15 rules in the NFL that the likelihood of us ever seeing it are like 1 in a million, right? It's not going to happen, but they're trying to cover their bases. So he will try to quiz me and do these weird hand motions, and they're legitimate calls. You know what that is? I'm like, I've never seen that before in my life.
Is there one that you can recall off the top of your head that's just that off the wall?
No. Next time I see him, I'm going to ask. I'll probably just put it on my phone. Because seriously, I mean, but when he explains what the penalty is, you're like, I've never heard of that.
The defender was giving him the business? Is that...
Giving him the business, I believe, was an on-the-fly.
It was.
Yeah.
Maryland, NC State. Was watching the game.
It's penalized for giving them the business.
Yeah. He was just trying to say why there was a 15-yard foul.
He was so mad. You could tell the ref was disgusted.
Giving him the business.
On number 35 for giving him the business.
Question 5 there, Mike.
Question number 5. What state with 9 has the most national parks?
What state with 9 has the most national parks?
Mm-hmm. So it's a state big enough to fit 9 national parks.
Let's go with somewhere awesome like Montana.
It's not a bad guess.
Alaska.
California.
He's a California.
California.
Ew.
I would have guessed Alaska.
1,000 miles of land. Yeah, they should have plenty.
So on that note, multiple choice question. How many national parks are there in the United States? Is it 53, 63, 73, or 83?
What are the numbers again?
53, 63, 73, or 83?
Good 63.
Oh,
damn, we're very good.
So here's the thing. There are 63 national parks in the U.S., but the national park system comprises 425 park sites, but only 63 have national park in its designation.
Gotcha. Okay. More Big Dummy coming up. If you'd like to be a contestant, 206-803-ROCK.
My 13-year-old acts like a puppy again. Almost overnight, she's a different dog.
Perfect poops.
When people switch their dog's food to the farmer's dog, the effects can seem like magic. But there's no magic involved. It's simply real meat and vegetables with all the nutrients dogs need, instead of highly processed pellets. No tricks, just smarter, healthier pet food delivered in packs portioned for your dog. It's amazing what real food can do. Get 50% off your first order at thefarmersdog.com/no magic.
Listening to your favorite podcast? That's smart. Earning your degree online from Southern New Hampshire University? That's really smart. With 24/7 access to coursework, no set class times, and dedicated student support, you can go to school when and where it works for you. Low online tuition means you can even do it for less. And dedicated student support means we'll be with you from day one to graduation and beyond. Join a community of learners just like you. Go to snhu.edu today to start your free application.
From executive producer Jimmy Kimmel.
What's up, team? Just 2 people can't launch a brand. It takes a village.
We are MMD Hollywood.
Wow,
which stands for medical marijuana.
Due to restrictions, we can't tell you everything about our new reality series. But what we can say is the idea behind it is fully baked. High Hopes. Streaming 4/20 on Hulu.
Bring excitement to your landscape with proven winners, Color Choice Shrubs. These flowering shrubs and evergreens have been trialed and tested by experts to make sure they look better and bloom better, so they're just as easy to care for as what's in your landscape now, but a whole lot more colorful and interesting. Look for proven winners, Color Choice Shrubs, in the distinctive white container at your local garden center, or learn more at provenwinnerscolorchoice.com.
My 13-year-old acts like a puppy again. Almost overnight, she's a different dog.
Perfect poops.
When people switch their dog's food to the farmer's dog, the effects can seem like magic. But there's no magic involved. It's simply real meat and vegetables with all the nutrients dogs need, instead of highly processed pellets. No tricks, just smarter, healthier pet food delivered in packs portioned for your dog. It's amazing what real food can do. Get 50% off your first order at thefarmersdog.com/no magic.
Listening to your favorite podcast? That's smart. Earning your degree online from Southern New Hampshire University? That's really smart. With 24/7 access to coursework, no set class times, and dedicated student support, you can go to school when and where it works for you. Low online tuition means you can even do it for less. And dedicated student support means we'll be with you from day one to graduation and beyond. Join a community of learners just like you. Go to snhu.edu today to start your free application.
From executive producer Jimmy Kimmel.
What's up, team? Just two people can't launch a brand. It takes a village.
We are MMD Hollywood.
Wow,
which stands for medical marijuana.
Due to restrictions, we can't tell you everything about our new reality series. But what we can say is the idea behind it is fully baked. High Hopes. Streaming 4/20 on Hulu.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith from the Men's Room. And did you know I have a podcast? Well, I do. The Podcast. New episodes uploaded every Wednesday on the Odyssey app.
99.9 KISW. We return to the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
Game is Big Dummy, 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Matt. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hola, Bicholas.
Hola. Matt, are you on Team Sober, Team Not Sober?
Team Not Sober today.
All right, Matt, welcome to Big Dummy.
Thank
you. You can only drink one for an entire year. Are you taking Mad Dog 2020, Steel Reserve, Yukon Jack, or Mellow Corn?
I'll go with Mad Dog also.
Ooh. Mad Dog it is.
Any flavor in particular?
Not one, no.
Yeah, I'd say it doesn't matter. Really doesn't. All right, man. It just depends what color you want your vomit to be the next morning.
Or that night.
Yeah. Or that night. Yeah, that is for sure. All right, Matt, here is your question. How many different color belts are there in karate? Karate.
I'll go with 6.
I'll say 7.
Nope. Mike, any guesses?
10?
There are 9. There's 9 different color belts, but then there's 10 levels of black belt.
Gotcha.
Which is crazy to me. Damn. All right, Matt, your question. What is the widest state? What is the widest state?
Did you say whitest?
Widest.
What do you think is the whitest?
Idaho.
Maine.
Let's go with Alaska.
That is a very good guess, and it is very close. It's kind of a trick question.
The widest state.
Widest.
Hawaii.
Ted got it.
All right.
Yeah, only because of your hint.
That's right. That's exact. Because I was like, what are they talking about? Then I went, when you look, just all the chains of islands, it is the widest state.
Makes sense.
All right. So we know that a group of crows is called a murder of crows. What is a group of ravens called? Not an AFC championship loser that broke my soul, but what is a group of ravens called? Is it a deception, an intrigue, a cabal, or a conspiracy? So deception, intrigue, cabal, or conspiracy?
I'm going to go with deception.
No, it was, in fact, AFC championship losers who crushed my soul. Other people known as conspiracy. The conspiracy. Right, none of them are good. But I dig it. I know what makes me happy. All right, the question. What is the process of converting sugar into alcohol?
Fermentation.
Got it.
Nice job. Nice
Fermentation.
job. Game is Big Dummy, 206-803-ROCK.
I thought some twin got breast enhancement. Make them all firm. Hello, Matt, again. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hola.
Hola. Matt, Team Sober, Team Not Sober?
Sober for the moment. This time tomorrow, gonna be not sober at the Black Raven Brewery.
Oh, good for you.
All right, on, man.
Nice. Looking forward to seeing you there.
You and Mike can get drunk together.
Yeah. All right, well.
All right, Matt. In the meantime, you can only drink one for a year. You taking Mad Dog 2020, Steel Reserve, Yukon Jack, or Mellow Corn?
I'll do the strawberry Mad Dog 2020.
Mad Dog's doing a lot better than I thought it would.
Yes, because anyone said it at all. But I do like, Ted, I hope you appreciate this too. People are now saying Mad Dog by flavor.
Yeah, that is. We're getting there.
I think Mad Dog should open like a, what do you call it, Baskin Robbins? Like the 31 flavors of Mad Dog. Ooh, can I try the bubble gum? Do you want a sample? Or are you sure you just want the whole bottle?
Yeah, I mean, I had to Google it to find out. Like, it's not readily available.
It should
There's
be.
like a gas station kind of near where we live.
Really?
Yeah, and then one other gas station in Lake
Is it
City.
a little bit east of us, I'm guessing?
I
feel like the closer you
like
head...
on the other side of 5.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
West, right, sorry. Yeah. I figured that road had to be one of them.
Yeah, the closer you get to Aurora, the closer you get to Mad Dog.
Highway 99.
Oh,
the
don't
road
pick
to
up
Mad
that
Dog.
one. She's on the Mad Dog.
All right, your question. What is the term for a word that's spelled the same backwards?
A palindrome.
Like
One
race car.
and done. Nice job.
One and done. Before we let you go, we have a true or false question for you.
Not NASCAR.
True or false? Headphones can actually help reduce bacteria in your ears because of the sound waves.
I'm going to go true.
Actually, wearing headphones increases the chance of the bacteria in your ears, which explains us.
That makes sense.
What? Right.
Creates a humid little area in there.
Mm-hmm.
Game is Big Dummy 206-803 round.
Hello, Connor. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bitches!
Hola. Connor, sober, not sober?
We're driving home from work.
All right, Connor. Welcome to Big Dummy. Okay, you can only drink one of these for an entire year. The only alcohol. You take a Mad Dog 2020, Steel Reserve, Yukon Jack, or Mellow Corn.
I'm going Mad Dog because I had one of the worst nights of my life on Yukon Jack.
I had one of the worst nights of my life on all of the above, but Mad Dog in particular.
Steel Reserve was one of my worst nights, but that was also because I didn't smoke weed, and I drank 240s of it and then decided I'd take a hit off a blunt or a couple of hits.
That is right.
And I mean, just puked my brains out.
Yep. A rookie mistake, we call that one. Like, don't do it.
Oh, it was awful, dude. And I remember we were sitting in a trailer outside of somebody's house, like smoking this blunt, and we went back in. It was bad.
It's just bad.
Yeah,
and that's my story.
The spins.
It was bad.
The spins. It was a gross ghetto house. There was like dog crap on the ground. I mean, it was awful.
Jesus, dude.
Yeah, the guy that owned it was like in his 20s, but you know how it is. You're like 17, 18. It's like, let's go hang out with the cool guy down the street.
He's got his own place.
Yeah.
That's all it takes. All right, your question. What is the name of the kid in the book Where the Wild Things Are?
Oh, Max? I don't know.
Yeah. You got it.
Max.
It is Max.
Nice.
Very good.
His last name was Pad, and his middle name was Edward. He was Max E. Pad. True. All right, true or false question for you. Switzerland prohibits the ownership of more than one guinea pig. True or false?
Let's go false.
You are correct. It is false. In Switzerland, it's illegal to own only one guinea pig.
So you have to be in pairs at least.
At least in pairs, yes.
Game is Big Dummy 206-803 round.
Hello, Andy. Welcome to the men's room.
Liquor and whore.
Liquor and whore. Andy, sober or not sober?
Sober as a judge.
All right, Andy, welcome to Big Dummy. Okay, our men's room poll, you can only drink one thing for a year. Is it Mad Dog 2020, Steel Reserve, Yukon Jack, or Mellow Corn?
I'm going to go with the one that took my alcoholic virginity, Yukon Jack.
Oh,
wow.
The Jack.
That's like losing your virginity to a hooker. I mean, you dove straight in. And you say sober as a judge. I literally was talking to someone last night who works in our local court system, and they pointed out, because I said, how was your day? They said, well, one of the judges was asleep during the trial. I was like, are you kidding me? They're like, nope. So,
nice.
Yeah, just keep that in mind. The less I know about our legal system, the better I feel. All right. Here is your question. Multiple choice. How many battleships were sunk during the attack on Pearl Harbor? 3, 5, 7, or 9?
7.
5? Now, Mike, you were holding your hand up. Did you know that, or were you just guessing?
I was guessing.
That's a good guess.
I just know that if I said I knew it, then you'd have me name them.
Let me ask you.
USS West
You're
Virginia.
100% correct. I would have.
Arizona, was that one of them?
West Virginia.
I don't have the names.
Yeah, I know.
But
West
keep
Virginia
going. So the West Virginia.
Yeah. I know that
Here we go. Now we got to wait.
Because they have the mast up in the middle of downtown.
And Mike, this is your fault.
It is.
It is. You brought it up. Now we need to know.
I know.
Way to hold up production, Mike.
My bad, dude.
I wasn't even going to ask him.
Mike?
Once he said he guessed, I wasn't going to broach it. Then he's like, because you would ask me what were the 5. Well, now I want to know. It's called self-sabotage, man.
Oh, it says 4 battleships.
It says 4?
This is according to the Wikipedia page.
Oh, thanks, Thrill.
Oh, man.
See, if you had your facts
Shocking
straight.
misinformation.
So what were 4 of the 5? They honest to God don't tell you.
No,
They just say 4 disappeared and that's it. Okay.
The Arizona hit by 4. Okay, total loss. Oklahoma sank en route to scrapping. West Virginia, 7 torpedoes sunk, returned to service July 1944. California sunk. Nevada beached. Pennsylvania in dry dock. Tennessee, no. And then the Maryland was hit by 2 bombs.
And the Maryland. Yeah, thanks. All right, here's your question. Now, Fred Flintstone had a pet, and that pet's name was Dino. Barney also had a pet. What was Barney's pet's name?
Oh, God. I don't know.
It would be more likely a name a kid would give to a rabbit.
Upper?
Hoppy? Close. Hoppy.
Hoppy.
Or how some people describe beers.
What was it?
Hoppy. Oh, what kind of, I didn't know he had a pet, to be honest with
let me slow down production again.
I got this one, Mike.
Oh, Ted's on this one. This one is important to Ted.
I mean, it had to be a bunny, right?
Well, I mean, they're talking about it's got to be some kind of dinosaur.
Yeah, I wouldn't think he would just have a rabbit. Right. You know, it was all dinosaurs back then.
I had a one-legged waitress named Tommy.
You had a one-legged waitress what?
Named Tommy.
Named Hoppy. He's making
No, I get you.
You're right. He is a dinosaur.
I thought her name would be Eileen. All right, here is...
he's a hopperoo.
Oh, yeah.
A hopperoo.
I remember that from Jurassic Park. Okay. Your question, what are the 7 deadly sins?
Oh, God. Greed.
Yep.
Jealousy.
Yep. Envy, yep. You eat too much?
Oh, gluttony, adultery.
Lust. I'll give him that one.
Well, that's about as much as I learned in Bible school.
All right, so you got greed, envy, gluttony, sloth, lust, pride, and wrath. They were the original names for the 7 dwarfs.
All right, question number 4, Andy.
Question number 4, the Earth's core is primarily made up of what element?
Lava?
What was your guess? What element?
Carbon?
Is it iron?
Iron.
I'm with them. My first thought was magma.
Well, that's a melted rock.
Liquid,
yeah,
right.
But this is the element, and as they say in Baltimore, earn.
And a little bit of a planet in there. Question number 5.
Question number 5, Normandy Beach, the one the Allies stormed on D-Day, is located in what country?
France?
Bam.
You got it.
Well done.
Nice job. Game is Big Dummy, 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Eric. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bitches.
Hola. Eric, sober or not sober?
Team not sober.
Team not sober, Eric. All right, Eric, our men's room poll. For 1 year, you're going to drink exclusively Mad Dog 2020, Steel Reserve, Yukon Jack, or Mellow Corn.
I'm going to go with the Mad Dog.
Mad Dog it is.
All right, what flavor?
Either red or blue.
Yeah, I'm with He picks Mad Dog like I pick Gatorade. What's the flavor? I don't know. It's red. All right, here's your question. Which animal are the Canary Islands named after? And as a hint, it is not canaries.
You told me this one and I already forgot.
You got to go Latin on this.
Oh, that's right.
Mm-hmm. Ted got it.
Yeah.
Cannabis.
Strange animal. Dogs.
Yeah, canine.
Yeah.
Canine. That makes sense.
All right, your question. What country does chorizo sausage originate from? They also gave us Iberico ham, paella, and Penelope Cruz.
España.
See.
Boom.
See.
Nice job. Game is Big Dummy, 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Bill. Welcome to the men's room.
More than devil's dandruff, baby.
Hola. Bill, sober or not sober?
I am not sober right now.
Are you driving?
No.
Yeah, no. First of all, do not drink and drive. If you do drink and drive, do not call us.
Yep.
Do not call us.
Do not drink and drive, period.
Do not condone.
Yes.
If you are actively murdering someone, Do not call us. Just throwing it out. Kidnapping. Do not call us. If you are currently in a high-speed chase with the cops, even if you're the passenger, do not call us. That's all. Do not call us. Hello, Adam. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola. Adam, sober or not sober?
Sober.
Adam, welcome to Big Dummy. Okay, our men's room poll. You're going to drink only one for a year. Are you taking Mad Dog 2020, Steel Reserve, Yukon Jack, or Mellow Corn?
Mad Dog.
Mad Dog it is.
Strawberry.
Okay. The Jubilee.
Ted, we need another 3 ounces of strawberry Jubilee.
We're selling a ton of this.
All right, your question. And this is a very important question. I hope you paid attention to everything in the world for this. There have been 54 different animals involved in animal crackers. Now, the most recent edition showed up in 2002 when they introduced which animal? Was it a squirrel, a wolf, a koala, or a panda? So squirrel, wolf, koala, or panda is the latest entry into the world of animal crackers.
A wolf.
I'll say koala.
I'm going squirrel.
Ted?
The other option. Squirrel.
Koala.
Oh.
Was a koala.
That's right.
Yeah, that's the newest
They
one.
should have a squirrel in there. Would you go to the zoo to see a squirrel?
Hell no. No.
There are squirrels at the zoo,
I mean,
though.
they're already there.
What about a flying squirrel?
Yes.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. Never seen one in person.
That's kind of what's funny is that there are squirrels at zoos, but they're not behind cages.
Right. None of them. Not one of them.
I say it every time, but it blew my mind when I moved to Washington State and you could just see a bald eagle. I've never seen one outside a zoo.
Dude, it still takes me to this day. If I see a bald eagle just flying out there, I will stop for a second like, damn right.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Actually, I read a story yesterday. I believe it was in Maryland, believe it or not. But
yeah, they're back there now.
Well, bald eagle was stuck in the grill of a car.
Yes.
Oh. They managed to rescue it.
Coming up in headlines.
Oh, never mind.
I'm just glad you said of a car.
Of a, yeah.
That freedom burn!
Now it got back there.
All right, Adam, here's your question. In the nursery rhyme, The Wheels on the Bus, what do the mommies do? The babies go, wah. The windshield wipers go, what's it, swish? Swish.
Swish. And mommy say, shush, shush, shush.
Look at you with that nursery rhyme.
Damn.
I honestly had no idea when I read the question. I'm like, I don't know. I didn't know they were on the bus.
A lot of verses to that one.
It just keeps going, man.
Moms aren't allowed on your buses?
The bums on the bus go. The method on the bus go.
I don't think I remember anything besides the wheels go.
That's what I mean. I didn't know all these other people were involved.
More Big Dummy coming up. 206-803-ROCK.
My 13-year-old acts like a puppy again. Almost overnight, she's a different dog.
Perfect poops.
When people switch their dog's food to the farmer's dog, the effects can seem like magic. But there's no magic involved. It's simply real meat and vegetables with all the nutrients dogs need, instead of highly processed pellets. No tricks, just smarter, healthier pet food delivered in packs portioned for your dog. It's amazing what real food can do. Get 50% off your first order at thefarmersdog.com/no-magic.
Listening to your favorite podcast? That's smart. Earning your degree online from Southern New Hampshire University? That's really smart. With 24/7 access to coursework, no set class times, and dedicated student support, you can go to school when and where it works for you. Low online tuition means you can even do it for less. And dedicated student support means we'll be with you from day one to graduation and beyond. Join a community of learners just like you. Go to snhu.edu today to start your free application.
From executive producer Jimmy Kimmel.
What's up, team? Just 2 people can't launch a brand. It takes a village.
We are MMD Hollywood.
Wowee.
Which stands for medical marijuana.
Due to restrictions, we can't tell you everything about our new reality series. But what we can say is the idea behind it is fully baked.
I don't know.
High Hopes. Streaming 4/20 on Hulu.
This is a promotional message for Alexia Sweet Potato Fries, and in the process of elucidating you on all the wondrous virtues Alexia Sweet Potato Fries have to offer, I intend to do so in a prodigious manner befitting of such a superlative side. That's because all Alexia creations are creatively crafted. From sweet potato fries that accomplish a delicate balance of sweet and savoury, without GMOs or superfluous additives, to the eloquent lexicon of our advertisements, like this one. Because every Alexia experience is intended to feel creatively crafted and exceptional without exception. Alexia's sweet potato fries. Do procure them in your grocer's freezer.
99.9 KISW. The men's room returns with Miles and Thrill.
Head chef on the way, Ted Sweet Potatoes goes drinking for St. Patty's Day right here in Seattle.
St. Patty's Day.
Some of the Irish
right
bars
here
in the
in
area.
Seattle.
You're in a neighborhood there. Ted will give you the bar coming up with the head chef. In the meantime, the game is Big Dummy 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Jason. Welcome to the men's room.
Big Dummy!
Hello.
Hola. Jason, are you sober or not sober?
I've been sober a long time.
All right, Jason, welcome to Big Dummy.
8-9 hours now.
Since I woke up.
Yeah, longer than that.
All right, you can only drink one of these for a year. The only thing you can drink. Are you taking Mad Dog 2020, Steel Reserve, Yukon Jack, or Mellow Corn?
Doesn't matter. Mad Dog, blue. Blue's got the most antioxidants.
Oxygens.
Ted,
Yes, it does.
Ted, we need 3 ounces of blue. All right. Your question, what is the name of the not-so-secret secret society that both George W. Bush and John Kerry were members of while at Yale?
I should know this, and I'm drawing a blank right now. I'm just going to say the Masons. It's wrong, but I'll say it.
Skulls.
Skull and Bones.
Skull and Bones.
That one.
It shouldn't be called like a secretive society. It's not like a secret society when everyone knows you exist, but you're very secretive. So I'd say a secretive society.
Yeah. I mean,
if we've heard of you.
The Masons will actively, if you know someone, like, will recruit you.
Yeah, that is what I've heard. I'll see you at the meeting, Ted.
I know. Wow. I was shocked at the amount of Masons I met at one of our events. I was like, oh, no, you guys are pretty open about this.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. All right, your question. What is the home planet of the Transformers?
Krypton.
That would be Superman.
Yeah, I know. I got to give you guys a guess, though, because I don't know it.
I appreciate you doing that.
Good work. Thank you. No passing.
Where are they from? Come on. Come on, man.
Was Superman really from Krypton?
Yeah, he was from Krypton. Where do you think he was from?
Well, there's Kryptonite. I thought that came from Krypton.
In the comic books, yes. That's why he can't steal a bike. He gets his Kryptonite locks.
Where did Marlon Brando live?
He was on Krypton.
Oh, he was on Krypton.
Lived and died,
okay.
Yes. It's Cybertron, man.
Cybertron?
Transformers are from Cybertron. My God.
I dated a girl from there once.
What does she transform into? Fleshlight? More than meets the eye.
Right. She was real nice, but some days, woo. All right, honey, stop transforming.
Right.
All right? Miles is here.
Yes.
Trying to have a good time.
It's the same as saying relax.
Are you transforming? Getting angry?
All right. Your question. How many hits does it take to sink the submarine in a game of Battleship?
7?
Wow. 3. How many did it take to sink the Battleship?
5.
5, yes.
What about the aircraft carrier? That was 5.
Wasn't that 5 as well?
That's 5.
Yeah.
Are we sure?
I'm pretty sure because
the
they were both
aircraft
big.
carrier is the bigger. So it's 5. The next one down, the battleship, is 4.
4. Right, the battleship
There's
was
2,
4.
3, and 1,
I thought
2.
the battleship was 5. Didn't they have destroyers or no?
Destroyer was the 5 one that I knew, and then you had the battleship that was 4.
I thought the destroyer would be 4 because destroyers are smaller than
the
battleships.
Carrier was 5 hits.
There we go.
Battleship was 4. Destroyer was 3.
Son of a bitch.
I was right.
There's
That's
another
like a
one
game.
with 2.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's a little
U-boat.
PT boat or something.
Not a U-boat. It's like a
Frigate.
minesweeper thing.
Yeah, the Minesweeper. All right. All right, here is your question. Who used to brag that he floats like a butterfly and stings like a bee?
Muhammad Ali.
There you go.
Could have also said Liberace.
Can't touch what you can't see.
Game is Big Dummy 206-803-ROCK.
That's not true, Mike. One of the first times I felt a boob, the lights were out. I didn't see it, but I was glad it was there.
You ever stub your toe in the dark?
Yes, I have. Hello, JC. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, gentlemen.
JC, sober, not sober?
I've got a long commute from Redmond to Black Diamond, up and over 18 every day. So, man, I ain't driving 18 drunk. I am stone cold sober.
All right, JC. Welcome to the program.
They patrol that area, too, and Black Diamond doesn't mess around with the cops.
Oh, you know it, brother. You know it.
All right, JC, you're going to drink only one beverage for a year. Is it going to be Mad Dog 2020, Steel Reserve, Yukon Jack, or Mellow Corn?
Man, I've had mellow corn before. That stuff's nasty. I'll go with the Jack.
Jack it is.
We know you're telling the truth because you said it's nasty. Not even bad. The word has to be nasty.
Nasty.
You know, when you see a cop, you just kind of, for some reason, you know, it's a authority figure.
Sure.
So I'm in a coffee shop in Enumclaw a long time ago, and there's a Black Diamond cop in there. And I go, hey, man, I kind of like the badge on the side of your shirt there. And he goes, yeah, man, it's just like New York City's. All right. And he was a younger, I expected it, but he was like, yeah, same thing, huh? Like, yeah.
Well, and I think the academy's out there. That's why you get a lot of.
Yeah, you could tell he was fresh out of the academy.
A lot of frosty cops out there.
Yeah, I was just like, oh, all right, bud.
You know, Black Diamond's just like New York City. That's right. I mean, just like it. Yeah. All right, here's your question. And it's not properly named. All right, here's your question. What is
There's White Center.
Yeah, I know. I was like, you sure? Are you sure? What is another name for the disease varicella?
What?
Varicella. It has a much more common name that we call it.
I would have to go with, man, I don't know, venereal disease?
It does sound like that.
Flu?
What's the brown word, man?
And you're sober.
Here are the 7 words you can't say on the radio. Sucker, mother, and please keep those words in mind when calling. Now back to the program.
All right, JC, welcome back to the program.
Sorry about that there.
Yeah, it happens, man.
You made me a promise, JC.
I did.
You had one job. Mike gave you just one instruction.
One job, and I blew it.
And I put him on there. I said, don't swear. He's like, I'm going to try to do better than I did last time. You failed, JC. You failed.
But I want to come up tomorrow night and visit you guys at the Black Raven because I'm right there.
Well, then do it, man. We'll be right there, too.
I can't because I know I'm going to drink a beer and then I can't drive that 18. I can't drive home.
Yeah.
And I know I'm too weak to go there not drinking beers. I told my wife, I said, I might not come home from work tomorrow night. And that's a no-go.
Well, make the wife drive.
Yeah, why can't she drive? Yeah. Is she transforming?
Yeah. Oh. No, she's not a transformer.
Yeah, I get you.
Much. Okay. All right, your question, what do opposite sides of dice always add up to?
12? No, 13. 13.
Just one die. One die.
Oh. The opposite sides?
Yes.
Man, I feel stupid right now. I don't know.
What's...
Well, 7. 7.
There you go.
Good job on the math.
Like, just think about it, man.
Game is Big
What did
Dummy.
he say, 13? Like, man, your math's way off. Just one of them.
Game is Big Dummy 206-803 round.
In his defense, you said die. I heard dice as well.
I think I actually did say dice. That was a die. Hello, Joe. Welcome to the Mint Room.
Hola, bitches.
Hola. Joe, are you sober or not sober?
I'm sober. I'm driving.
All right, Joe. Welcome to Big Dummy. Okay, our men's room poll. You're going to drink only one for a year. Is it Mad Dog 2020, Steel Reserve, Yukon Jack, or Mellow Corn?
You gotta go Steel Reserve. That sugar and that Mad Dog give you a wicked hangover.
Okay.
You don't say.
I can't do malt liquor. For whatever reason, every time I drink malt liquor, I get sick.
Then why do they keep advertising it to you?
I don't know, man.
All right. Your question, who played the Joker in the 1960s TV show Batman?
Oh, Burgess Mirror something?
What was it?
I don't know.
I think he said Burgess Meredith something.
Oh, yeah. Burgess Meredith was the Penguin, so you're tracking a little bit.
All right.
So, yeah, he went from the Penguin to Rocky's trainer. But the Joker was played by Sid Caesar. Sid Caesar.
I knew Caesar was in there. I got it wrong.
What do you think, Ted?
Rocky's trainer was the Penguin?
Yes. And the TV show Batman, right. So Burgess Meredith played the Penguin on the TV show. And then I remember seeing him in the Rocky movie, and I'm all confused, asked my mother, she's like, they're actors. But yes, that is in fact the Penguin training Rocky.
I had no idea. What's his name?
Burgess?
No. Rocky's trainer.
Oh, Mick?
Mick. He was Mick.
Yeah, Penguin and the Mick. All right. Your question, who played the Joker in the 1989 Batman movie?
That's the goat of the Joker. It's Jack Nicholson.
Yeah, the goat of the Joker.
I used to think that he was unbeatable. Then Heath Ledger knocked it out of the park, dude.
It was such a different take on it.
It was.
Because with Jack Nicholson, I feel like he said, look, most of you are familiar with these characters as they were portrayed on the TV show.
He was
I'm a very evil version of the comic.
Yes. He was a very comic book style, whereas
Yeah.
Heath Ledger was just insane.
Yeah, he was just a crazy guy wearing makeup. Like a guy you sit next to on the bus.
What about from the Joker, like the movie? I thought everybody liked
Phoenix?
that Joker. Yeah.
Everybody loved that one. I don't know if it was my favorite. It was a fine movie.
I still haven't watched
wrong
it.
with it.
Oh, my apologies. It was Cesar Romero.
Okay, I was
not
right.
Sid Caesar.
It
Yes,
is Cesar
Cesar Romero. You're correct. My bad.
Okay. Game is Big Dummy, 206-803 Rock.
Hello, Gary. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, brother.
Hola. Gary, sober or not sober?
I am not sober again.
Not sober again, Gary. Okay, Gary. Okay, you're going to only be able to drink one of these for an entire year. You take a Mad Dog 2020, Steel Reserve, Yukon Jack, or Mellow Corn.
I take Yukon Jack when I'm hunting. I drank Mad Dog when I was 14. The apple, it was warm. I'm going to go with the Steel Reserve because it's a beer and
it's beer-ish.
All right,
beer-ish.
Yeah. There you go.
All right, here is your question. The city of Albuquerque is located on the shores of what river?
Colorado.
The Rio Grande.
It is the Rio Grande.
And I for Rio.
You would not believe how narrow and shallow that river gets, right? So you're expecting to be in large.
There was a river there.
Forward bound to the Rio Grande. Remember
Yes,
that song?
indeed. I don't know that song. How does it go?
And I for Rio. The gals that are leaving will never forget.
Is it a Irish song?
It sounds like one.
I've never heard
It's a Spanish-Irish song.
That's right.
the old Spanish-Irish.
They came up with Irish nachos.
Yes, that's where they come from.
Yeah, you wondered.
They're dark.
All right, here's the question. Charleston is the capital of what state?
Charleston is the capital of, it's South Carolina, I do believe.
Now, you do have a Charleston.
That's
just not the
there's
capital.
Columbia is the capital of South Carolina. Charleston is the capital of West Virginia.
That's right.
West Virginia. Okay, God darn it.
All right, your question.
Columbia is also where the University of South Carolina is.
Yep. Home of the Gamecocks.
And Hootie.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's right.
That's where they all met.
Hootie and the Blowfish, baby.
All right, your question. What European country is home to Interpol, or the International Police Organization?
Let's see. Interpol is out of... I don't know it, Stan.
I don't know a Stan.
Guess a European country and you got a chance, Gary.
Yeah.
Gary, guess a country in Europe and you'll have a chance.
Let's see. Let's go with France.
Oh!
Okay.
there you
Just
go.
write an answer down, people.
What happens if you
Your
guess?
teacher told you this for years. They were right.
Do you know the city?
Just take a guess.
Not Paris. It is not Paris.
Lyon.
Lyon.
Leo. See, took a guess.
Wow. Asked me to name another city.
Nice. I don't know.
Nice. Marseille. Paris, Lyon, Nice, Marseille.
A big one.
A big one? We covered Paris.
Versailles?
I don't know.
Is Versailles that Italy or France?
Paris,
That's got to
Marseille,
be Marseille.
Lyon, Toulouse.
Toulouse.
Nice.
Toulouse.
Montpellier.
Okay.
Oh, Montpellier.
Bordeaux.
Yeah, I know. Montpellier
Bordeaux.
is what we say.
Bordeaux?
Yeah, Bordeaux. Strasbourg.
All right. I'm just going to name wines.
Champagne.
Basically,
But if you name
almost nail it.
cheeses, you could
Merlot.
probably name a couple cities in Italy.
Yeah, without
Yeah,
question.
for sure. Hello, Bahab. Welcome to the men's room.
Bob, sober or not sober?
I'm getting there.
All right, not sober Bob. Welcome to Big Dummy.
Right, and again, for the record, I only know Lyon so much because of soccer.
Jack.
Oh, yeah.
Bob, you're drinking only one for a year. Is it Mad Dog 2020, Steel Reserve, Yukon Jack, or Mellow Corn?
I gotta go with the ski drink, the Yukon Jack.
Yukon it is.
What are you drinking now?
Ezra Brooks.
Ezra Brooks? What is that?
I've never heard of that.
Whiskey?
What is it?
Bourbon.
Ah, okay. That explains it. All right. Here is your question. What kind of animals, when in a group, are called a drove? Is it emus, donkeys, giraffes, or goldfish?
I would say emus.
Donkeys. A group of emus is called a mob. A group of giraffes is aptly called a tower. And a group of goldfish, any guesses? You would just assume school, but it is not.
Speckle.
A troubling. A troubling of goldfish.
Of carp.
Why don't they call it like a city of giraffes? Because a tower is singular. There's one. There's a whole bunch of towers when it comes to giraffes. It should be a city.
Yeah, skyline of giraffes.
Come on now.
Okay. Hold on. All right. Your question. Tachophobia. Tachophobia, T-A-C-H-O phobia, is the fear of what?
Tuesday.
It's also the name of a 1994 movie starring Keanu Reeves and Sandra Bullock.
Speed.
You got it.
Oh,
Like
nice
cocaine?
job. That's why I had to put the clue in.
Like the drug?
Davis Big Dummy 206-803 round.
Hello, Eli. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bitches.
Hola. Eli, sober, not sober?
Just got off of work, so unfortunately I'm sober.
That's all right, Eli. Welcome to Big Dummy. Okay, our men's room poll. For 1 year, you're going to drink one thing exclusively. Is it Mad Dog 2020, Steel Reserve, Yukon Jack, or Mellow Corn?
Let's go Mad Dog.
Mad Dog.
What flavor?
Dealer's choice.
There you go.
Kevin Chef Special. What would you go for?
Oh, strawberry kiwi.
Strawberry kiwi? Oh, Ted must like you.
That was my favorite.
All right, here is your question. Now, there were 3 time periods of the dinosaurs. The Triassic, the Jurassic, and the what?
Wait. Can you repeat that?
I sure can. There were 3 time periods of the dinosaurs. The Triassic period, the Jurassic period, and what other one?
Oh, wow, you guys are putting me to the test on this one.
This could be a football player's name.
Or something a drunk person says when they stub their toe. If you just yell it out loud.
Don't take these hints.
Yeah, these are not good hints. But since we know what they are, it makes sense to us.
I don't know. The fur basket. I don't know.
The Cretaceous period.
Oh.
Sounds like a linebacker.
Cretaceous period.
What are they?
Cretaceous period.
Jurassic?
Triassic and Cretaceous.
It should have been like Phantasmic.
Phantasmic.
That's actually the running joke is that, with Jurassic Park, the big one, the T-Rex, wasn't around during the Jurassic period. It was around during the Cretaceous period.
Oh.
But Cretaceous Park just doesn't carry the same.
Yeah.
I like that people get mad about that. It's inaccurate. So were the idea of dinosaurs running around.
They brought them back using mosquito suckage.
Like, maybe suspend your disbelief for a second. That's the thing that made you angry. Okay. Jesus Christ, did you miss the whole frickin' point?
Splicing friggin' DNA with frogs? Come on.
And we mixed it with frog DNA, and now we got T-Rexes running around.
And they're all girls.
Well, the T-Rex would be Cretaceous. Okay.
My bad.
Sorry, that ruined it for you. All right, your question. What is Magnum P.I.'s first name?
Oh, wow. Real name or on the TV show?
On the TV show.
Oh, man.
It's a fairly common name.
Yeah, it is, and it's on the tip of my tongue.
So I feel like when you hear it, you go like,
oh, mustache. Man, I got a brain fart. I'm just going to say Kurt.
Thomas Magnum.
Hi, I'm Tom.
All right, Eli, question number 3.
Question number 3 for Eli goes like this. Which Friend star appeared in the Bruce Springsteen video Dancing in the Dark? It's one of the females.
Yeah.
And it's one of the worst dances you have ever seen.
He brings her up on stage at the end.
Man, I'm telling you, I got to be the biggest idiot, but I'm drawing the biggest blank on her. I know who she is. I see her in my head.
It's the year of the
dragon.
Courtney Cox.
Courtney Cox.
Courtney Cox, yes. Oh, I'm going to get hammered at work for this.
Well, what you guys need to do when you get to work, pull up the video, watch the dance, and try not to laugh. Dude, it is. I mean, she even was like, dude, it was freaking awful. All right, your question, what was the housekeeper's name on the TV series The Brady Bunch?
Man, it's probably been 30 years since I watched that show. Lucinda?
Lucinda?
Alice.
Lucinda.
Wow. Question number 5.
Question number 5, who wrote Moby Dick? The biography of Moby.
Let's see here. I know I've read the book twice. I cannot think of it.
Give me an author.
You got any hints?
It's like the whitest name that you could come up with.
It is about the whitest name ever.
Just like the whale.
There was
I want to say it was like a Herman something.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah,
That's the first name. Herman what?
Man, Herman.
Starts with an M.
And it almost sounds like a town name.
It really does.
Melbourne?
Close enough. No.
Melville. Herman Melville.
Herman Melville. Question 6.
Question number 6. What is the primary ingredient to make sake?
To make what?
Sake.
Alcohol?
Well, what? Yeah, right. It turns into
Okay,
alcohol.
but you can make like vodka with potatoes.
Corn for whiskey. Think about where it comes from.
Okay, so...
Think about a grain where they make this.
We have corn over here. They have...
Rye?
Aha!
There you go, man.
Okay.
I'll take rice out of that.
Yeah, I will.
So what?
He said rye, but...
No, he came back with rice.
Okay,
He did,
okay.
yeah, he doubled back.
All right. Yes.
Jerry Rye. No, it's Jerry Rice.
No, that's when he plays them.
Head Chef coming up. Ted Sweet of Potatoes goes drinking in Seattle for St. Patty's Day. And we get your emails coming up next from the men's room at KISW.com.
My 13-year-old acts like a puppy again. Almost overnight, she's a different dog.
Perfect poops.
When people switch their dog's food to the farmer's dog, the effects can seem like magic. But there's no magic involved. It's simply real meat and vegetables with all the nutrients dogs need, instead of highly processed pellets. No tricks, just smarter, healthier pet food delivered in packs portioned for your dog. It's amazing what real food can do. Get 50% off your first order at thefarmersdog.com/no-magic.
Listening to your favorite podcast? That's smart. Earning your degree online from Southern New Hampshire University? That's really smart. With 24/7 access to coursework, no set class times, and dedicated student support, you can go to school when and where it works for you. Low online tuition means you can even do it for less. And dedicated student support means we'll be with you from day one to graduation and beyond. Join a community of learners just like you. Go to snhu.edu today to start your free application.
At Metro, get an iPhone 12 with 5G and a dual camera system for $99.99. Take amazing pictures and share them instantly. And don't put up with life's yada yada. Yada yada. Like photo bombers. Zoom, crop out, yada yada. And bye.
You don't take yada yada in life, don't take yada yada from your wireless provider. Get iPhone 12 with 5G with no activation fees and nada yada yada. Only at Metro by T-Mobile. Switch to Metro, bring your ID. This offer isn't available for customers currently at T-Mobile or that have been with Metro in the past 180 days.
My 13-year-old acts like a puppy again. Almost overnight, she's a different dog.
Perfect poops.
When people switch their dog's food to the farmer's dog, the effects can seem like magic. But there's no magic involved. It's simply real meat and vegetables with all the nutrients dogs need, instead of highly processed pellets. No tricks, just smarter, healthier pet food delivered in packs portioned for your dog. It's amazing what real food can do. Get 50% off your first order at thefarmersdog.com/no-magic.
Listening to your favorite podcast? That's smart. Earning your degree online from Southern New Hampshire University? That's really smart. With 24/7 access to coursework, no set class times, and dedicated student support, you can go to school when and where it works for you. Low online tuition means you can even do it for less. And dedicated student support means we'll be with you from day one to graduation and beyond. Join a community of learners just like you. Go to snhu.edu today to start your free application.
From executive producer Jimmy Kimmel.
What's up, team? Just two people can't launch a brand. It takes a village.
We are MMD Hollywood.
Wowee.
Which stands for medical marijuana.
Due to restrictions, we can't tell you everything about our new reality series. But what we can say is the idea behind it is fully baked.
I don't know.
High Hopes. Streaming 4/20 on Hulu.
What's up? It's your boy, The Ted Smith from the Men's Room. And did you know I have a podcast? Well, I do. The Podcast. New episodes uploaded every Wednesday on the Odyssey app.
The debauchery rolls on. You're listening to The Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
Little Seattle drinking for St. Patty's Day coming up with Ted's Meat and Potatoes, but first time for a few emails from the men's room at KISW.com.
You've got mail. You've got mail.
As we jump right into the birthdays, guys, it's my multi-talented son, Mayor. His birthday today. May this year be filled with joy, love, good health, and many opportunities to share your talents. Lots of love, guys. That from the mom. Dealer's choice there.
It had to be the mom.
Myers.
A dad would never say that. A dad to be like, my fathead son turns over old.
You like that?
Yeah.
You like that? And she named her kid after John Mayer.
Was it Mayer?
Yeah.
Or Meyer.
I'm saying John Mayer. You got Oscar Mayer, and you got John Mayer.
Yeah, I don't know. Either way. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, dude.
That's right. Oh, let's see here. Good afternoon. It's my husband's 30th birthday today. He's a father to 7 kids.
Jesus!
Best father and husband we could ever ask for. 30 years old, 7 kids. Not only does he give us his all, he also spends his free time coaching middle and high school teams as well.
Tell me it's Peter Cottontail, because if he's a rabbit, it makes a lot more sense.
Can he please get some jokes from Miles and the Dirty Germans talking about our upcoming trip to Las Vegas, please? Thanks, guys. That from Ashley. All right, let's see if I have a couple of dad jokes. Okay, guys, I have to say, I really regret going to the Star Wars-themed sex party.
Why do you regret going to the Star Wars-themed sex party?
Turns out the guy in the Darth Vader mask really was my father. What's a fear of giants called?
What is the fear of giants called?
FIFA-phobia. And you know dogs can't operate MRI machines.
Why not?
Because it's a CAT scan.
But cats can. Yeah.
The cats can.
Yeah, cats can.
Yeah, let's be honest. If he has 7 kids by the age of 30 years old, you know exactly what is going to happen when your weekend trip to Vegas.
Yeah, I don't usually recommend this in Vegas, but maybe it gets a vasectomy.
Yeah, he's about to turn the light bulb on in your Easy Bake Oven.
In all seriousness, though, be a tourist. Get one of those giant frozen drinks and go down to Fremont Street.
That's a great call.
That is a good call.
Guys, just want to say happy 36th birthday to my husband, Lonzel. You're closer to 40 now than you are to 30. So can I get a bong rip, some turtle sex, and a Leroy Jenkins? Thanks, guys, from the wife, Tiffany.
Let's do this. Leroy Jenkins!
Gentlemen, today's my lovely wife Libby's birthday, and I can't think of a better way to celebrate with our favorite radio folks than with the Montgomerys, some dirty Germans, and maybe a little something inspirational from Miles as well. As we just learned, we are expecting our very first child. Hey! Rock on, gentlemen. Thanks for all the laughs and the love. That from King Jeremy the Wicked.
Montgomery! Yeah, you know why you're expecting your very first child, because it turns out his latex allergy was not so true.
Yeah, congratulations on the sex.
Yeah, no kidding. All right.
Wait, what's that old thing, like, when you meet somebody you're dating or you marry, you know what I mean? Like, the dad's never going to be like, oh, you're hooking up with my daughter. But once she's pregnant, it's like,
then it's cool.
Yeah.
That's the only time, basically, that my father-in-law shook my hand, patted my shoulder, basically said, I'm glad you had sex with my daughter.
Thanks. All right. Libby, when delivering, remember this. This is from an actual thing that happened to somebody. When it came time to push, Lynn Shattuck of The Light Will Find You was worried about releasing more than just her baby. She yelled out, "I'm going to poop!" But it was so thoughtful of her to warn everyone. Guess what? She pooped, which is normal. So don't think about pooping and getting that stuck in your head in any way. One delivery.
I've never seen it.
No. Boys, my coworker Bobby and I share a birthday today. Bobby, 47, needs a your penis is too small. Your
Of course,
penis
Bobby
is too
does.
small for Bobby.
You know, small penis Bobby is what they call him.
I'm turning 59 and need a barbershop face sandwich. And Miles, if you can find it in your heart, some truck driver dad jokes. Thanks, guys. That from Dave.
Is it too early for a fish sandwich? Cheese and tartar on the side. I smell the fish sandwich, maybe some dill relish in the morning, at noon, and at night, and at night.
Truck driver jokes. Guys, did you know that test tube babies cannot grow up to be truck drivers?
Why can't a test tube baby grow up to be a truck driver?
Because they're not Peterbilt. What's the difference between a truck driver and a toilet?
What is the difference between a truck driver and a toilet?
A toilet can back up. How can you tell if your wife is cheating on you with a truck driver? How? When you come home after a week-long trip, he's still trying to back out of your driveway.
Wow. I didn't know there was this many jokes about truck drivers being bad.
I did not either.
Boo, bitches. It's our coworker Priscilla's 51st year on this amazing planet. No, she does not listen. The rest of us do. She is the best kind of coworker, always feeding us delicious homemade lumpia, coconut, sticky rice. She never takes a day off. Please give her what the F, bro, a fish sandwich, and the dirty Germans talking about they will do to her if she cheats at bingo this weekend. Thanks, guys, from Liz, Martha, Tiffany, and Sultan's mom.
Oh my God, what the is that, bro?
Can I buy you a fish sandwich?
Yeah, listen, even though she does not listen to this program, you let her know that the one dirty German, if she cheats at bingo, I will personally dot her eye.
Yeah, the funny thing is, she'll get really excited because I know it's a dauber.
Yeah, I'll show her my meat dauber.
And finally, afternoon, fellas. Today's my friend Mark's 55th birthday. He's a Viking, a tequila drinker, and an outstanding woodworker.
Oh, the tequila drinking Vikings.
As well as the single father of a tiger. So could you give him some turtle sex and have the dirty Germans give him some cornhole advice? Thanks, guys, from his buddy Scott.
Yeah, you're coming to our advice about cornhole. It is simple. One word. Lubricant.
Yeah. See, the thing is, it's a simple game. So you have a bean bag. And the goal is to get it inside that hole.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can leave it on the rim just to get a point or two.
Yeah. And no matter what, whoever you're with, they always get upset when you actually hit the target.
Yeah. You know, actually, I love cornhole. Sometimes just point them to death, dude. You don't have to get it in the hole every time.
All right, guys, here you go. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday to you, to you, to you.
Ya's a Dirty Germans brought to you by Men's Room Original Sausage. Available through Uli's World Famous Sausage, mensroomlive.com, and other fine retailers. Schweinefleisch.
Time to open wide and sample Ted's meats and potatoes. Now, here's your host, head chef of the Men's Room, the Ted Nugent.
Head chef of the house.
Why are they laughing? All right, thank you, folks. Thank you.
I just showed him a picture of Miles from his childhood.
Wow.
Go ahead,
Miles catching straight.
I know, man. Rough crowd.
I don't mean to do it as you were coming in, man. My bad.
I'll kick y'all out of this audience. Yeah. All right, St. Patrick's Day is around the corner. First, some public service announcement. If you're going to shorten St. Patrick's Day, it's 2 D's. St. Patty's Day. You use 2 T's. It's like you're calling him Patricia. Second of all, there's no snakes in Ireland because of St. Patrick.
Damn right.
For my boot friends out there, yes, I know he was Italian.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And third of all, shout out to my buddy Brad.
I know.
St. Patrick's Day is coming up. It's also Pie Day. Remember, if it doesn't have lamb in it, it's not a shepherd's pie. That's a cottage pie. Sure, a lot will be consumed this weekend.
Did you see the email from someone who works at some restaurant somewhere when you first brought this up? And they're like, people are not asking me about this.
Oh, yeah.
After you brought it up, they were like, they weren't complaining. They're just like, yeah, now people ask me, is it cottage pie or shepherd's pie? They're like, Jesus Christ.
I know. Some people on Twitter just send pictures of like, that say shepherd's pie, but it's actually got beef in it. Then it just says lies.
Lies.
Now, with that said, I love them. I love a cottage pie or a shepherd's pie.
Just say the right one.
Yeah. You know what? I might fill one with bison.
What would that be? The cottage pie?
It'd be a cottage pie.
So if it's not lamb, it is a cottage pie.
Correct.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
But this comes from us through eater.com. This is Seattle's Irish bars that feel like home. Now, if I say Irish pub, Irish bar in Seattle, what's the first one you think of?
I cannot remember the name off the top of my head, but it's the one in the or on 45th, whatever it is.
Yes.
Murphy's.
All right.
Murphy's
is a good one.
Yes.
Okay.
I couldn't remember the name Murphy's with an Irish pub.
Let's start with Murphy's.
All right.
Murphy's.
Makes the list?
It does. As they say, it's a Wallingford institution, opened in 81, claims to be Seattle's first Irish pub. They basically check off every box you'd want in this type of bar. Plenty of rustic atmosphere with prominent woodwork, dark walls, stained glass accents, and a fireplace.
I absolutely recommend this place. I do.
They got great live music, a couple dartboards in there. They got the ring thing where you swing it.
I love the ring game.
Yeah,
and the service is great, man.
Yeah, they have Harp, Smittix, Kilkenny, and of course Guinness. All right, Miles, Irish pub. I think I know where you're going, but go ahead.
Sean O'Donnell's in Fremont. I know he's got a bunch of locations. One in Everett, one south.
I believe the original one was in Everett. There's right over there at Fremont. There's one down here by the stadiums.
My buddy Johnny, my favorite bartender, he left.
Did he?
He went out to Butte, Montana. To open up a brand new Sean O'Donnell's out there.
Good. I did not know Sean O'Donnell's. Honestly, I did not know it started in Everett. When I first went in there, no offense to the restaurant, I thought it was almost like a national chain, but it's a local chain.
All right.
But they do a very good job, and honestly, their food is great.
Okay. All right.
Like, put it to you this way. Like, my mother grew up, her very Irish. Like, when she comes to town, we always go to Sean O'Donnell's to get dinner.
Oh, really? Okay.
Oh, yeah, man. It's a casual chain, 5 locations, Fremont, Pioneer Square. Irish beer selection's abundant. The menu, a little bigger, but they do have real shepherd's pie, made with ground lamb and Colcan and potatoes. They have bangers and mash, and then the Irish boxies. Have you had those, Miles?
The cakes, yep.
Yeah, potato pancakes with corned beef or shepherd pie filling.
Yep. Also, they have an unbelievable Irish whiskey selection. So the Well is Paddy's, which is a fantastic Irish whiskey. They have all the standards up there as far as, Powers and Tullamore Dew and, of course, 10 different varieties of Jameson. So they're covering it on the whiskey.
They do a good job. I've even had a burger from there I like their Reuben. I'm just selling it.
Pretzel bun.
Yeah, I know. Let's see. What else we got on here? Molly McGuire's. Now, this is one that I'm not positive I've been to. This is the most, as they say, neighborhoodly Irish pub on the list. It's in the West Woodlands section of Ballard. I guess they're trying to rebrand that as Stumbletown.
Stumbletown? It makes sense. I have been there, man. It's like the name sounds familiar, but now that you said the location, yes, I've been there.
Yeah, it's same thing. Kilkenny, Smittix, Guinness, and Harp, along with a lot of local and imported brews. Again, I'm sure it's a great bar. I just haven't been there enough to talk about it.
I've been there a couple of times, and I've had a very good time all the times I've been there.
Yeah, and look.
I don't have strong memories of it, but I know I had a good time.
And I'm just one of those people. Like, if I'm traveling, if I'm not sure where I am and there's an Irish or an English pub, I'm almost always going to choose that.
It's kind of a safe spot.
Yeah, I either want an Irish pub or I want kind of one of those sports bars that has pictures of the food on the menu. I like those.
Fantastic.
I think we've been to this one. This is some Irish bars in Seattle. The Old Peculiar.
Oh, yeah. Peculiar, yeah.
It's not just that strange dude at the end of the bar.
It's Old Peculiar.
As they say, it's a respite from the louder bars in Seattle. Guinness and Smittix are on tap. The atmosphere is generally underestimated Irish pub zen, complete with a fireplace.
Yep.
It's more like a watering hole than an eatery. They do have a small menu and some bar snacks there. And as they say, in 4 to 7 p.m., they have happy hour. So that, I might have popped in there before for a drink, but that one doesn't really stand out to me. Now, this one is a little bit of the higher end of an Irish pub, but but I love it. I've been in there a bunch of times. Our old buddy Walter Kelly used to be a weather or a meteorologist on Q13.
Yeah.
This was his spot, too. Milady's Irish Pub.
Is this Magnolia?
Yeah, right there on Dravis, heading up the hill in Magnolia.
I've been there.
Yeah, got the fireplace going. It's got almost like a ski lodge atmosphere. Menu's great. Banger sourced from Beast and Cleaver. Roasted cauliflower that includes a habanero hesera, maple tahini, and a cashew salsa verde. They get a little expansive with the menu there.
A traditional cauliflower, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And then I was telling Mike this in the commercial break. I had to look this place up. I've heard about it. I just didn't know it was there. The Chieftain.
Oh, yeah.
I know
that's
the name.
That's up in Capitol Hill, but more toward the south.
Like Roanoke? Oh, so.
Not down by the pit. It's like up on 12 between Spring and Marion. So think like Seattle University.
That's it.
I have been in there, yeah.
And they say it's a spacious and boisterous, special to weekends college bar. It used to be Doc Hamilton's barbecue pit.
You kind of walk down a ramp on the left when you go down in there, and then the bar is in the bottom. They used to have whiskey, cream of crab soup.
Ooh.
Oh, my God.
That sounds delicious.
It was fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know, it's funny, we were talking about Sean O'Donnell's earlier. They have a clam chowder. It's got a little spice to it that's pretty good. I will, at some point this weekend, I will have a beer here. I go there almost every St. Patrick's Day weekend. Kel's Irish Pub.
Yep. Been there.
Down there in the market. It's in the Butterworth building, the original site of the E.R. Butterworth and Sons Mortuary. I mean, Kel's is just great. I know I've already looked it up. They have stuff going all weekend. They've had stuff going for a couple weekends. I know there's a few Kel's. I want to say there's one in Portland, somewhere else, but they're all individually owned, even though they have the same name. And the Irish lady, the older lady, I think it was her husband or something, and now her son runs it. Kel's is a great spot. I spent a lot of time back when the Sounders first started. That was kind of our hangout. Mm-hmm. And then, you guys might not even know this. This is Mike and I's Irish Pub.
Yes, sir.
Right. The Owl and Thistle.
Love that place.
You know it?
Yeah, I've been. It's not a place I go, but it is a place I've been for sure.
The Owl and Thistles, they say, is one of the very best places in Seattle to duck in from a rainy day. I would also say, honestly, a joke is, you know what Irish sunscreen is?
What?
The Irish Pub, because it's dark in there. If it's a sunny day in the summertime, but for whatever's going on in your life, you want to do some drinking and not be in the sun, Owl and Thistle's your bar.
Okay.
Great bartenders. I had family in town a couple years ago in the summertime, and I popped in there, and I remember saying to a lady, I was like, I got 12 people for dinner, but one of them's a kid. I can't figure out where to get a reservation. And she goes, I'll put you down right now. Come in here later. So, yeah, Owl and Thistle's a great, it's old school. Yeah, I mean, it's a great bar. But either way, there's other Irish places, but get out there this weekend. And look, it's going to be sunny, high 60s. Enjoy it. And you know what? Even if you don't like Irish beer, get your light beer make it green. Who cares? Have some fun.
Mike from the Chili Parlor is actually opening up on Sunday. He's got, I think he's making corned beef and cabbage and doing the whole thing. I think he's got a set price and whatever. Just go in there and drink and hang out.
No kidding.
Yeah, so he's doing the Sunday afternoon. There's a deck, all those things.
Yeah, I'm going to be up at Ozzy's at some point on Saturday afternoons. I think there's a bar crawl start from there.
Thank you, Head Chef. We appreciate it. Coming up, we'll drink and toast with a shot of the day. You are listening to The Men's Room.
My 13-year-old acts like a puppy again. Almost overnight, she's a different dog.
Perfect poops.
When people switch their dog's food to the farmer's dog, the effects can seem like magic. But there's no magic involved. It's simply real meat and vegetables with all the nutrients dogs need, instead of highly processed pellets. No tricks, just smarter, healthier pet food delivered in packs portioned for your dog. It's amazing what real food can do. Get 50% off your first order at thefarmersdog.com/no-magic.
From executive producer Jimmy Kimmel.
What's up, team? Just two people can't launch a brand. It takes a village.
We are MMD Hollywood.
Wow,
which stands for medical marijuana.
Due to restrictions, we can't tell you everything about our new reality series. But what we can say is the idea behind it is fully baked. High Hopes. Streaming 4/20 on Hulu.
Listening to your favorite podcast? That's smart. Earning your degree online from Southern New Hampshire University? That's really smart. With 24/7 access to coursework, no set class times, and dedicated student support, you can go to school when and where it works for you. Low online tuition means you can even do it for less. And dedicated student support means we'll be with you from day one to graduation and beyond. Join a community of learners just like you. Go to snhu.edu today to start your free application.
Recess recreated the cocktails you know and love, like a lime margarita and a grapefruit paloma, but without the alcohol. So you can enjoy the flavors and feelings of your favorite drinks without the hangover. Each lightly sparkling canned mocktail is infused with functional ingredients and made with real fruit, all with only 25 calories or less. So whether you're relaxing after work or hanging out with friends, Recess Zero Proof Craft Mocktails are a guilt-free way to unwind. Head to takearecess.com/mocktails now to get 15% off the Recess Mocktails Sampler Pack.
99.9 KISW. The shenanigans continue. This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
All right, coming up in just minutes, we'll drink a toast for the shout of the day. And we do have your headlines on the way at 5:50. But first, a quick check-in with Mike Hawk and some of the stories and headlines he is not working on.
Well, thank you, Miles. 3 in 10 Americans have nothing saved for retirement.
Sounds about right.
It does. 30%, that tracks.
Yeah.
I wonder how those numbers are doing, if they're on the growing trend, if they're...
But also, you're talking from 18 to 65? Right. Are you talking 50 to 65, right?
Exactly.
So yeah.
It does just say 3 in 10 Americans, doesn't it?
Right. If you bring in the younger demographic, then yeah.
They're just getting started.
Exactly.
Yeah. There are several emu on the loose in North Carolina. They have to have escaped from a farm. Like, I know that we do have natural emu.
I don't think we have natural emu in this country.
No, not here.
We do have emu farms, I know that.
Yeah.
We do.
Oh, yeah.
Indigenous?
Thank you.
Alpacas.
No, all emus are natural, dude.
Yeah.
It's a good call.
They're big.
Damn it, Ted. Hit me with the technicality. Good man.
Did you see that skit? I don't know if it made SNL. I think Mike saw it, but it was, the legal emu and
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's like the emu is like basically just whacking people so they get the insurance. It was a Shane Gillis skit. I don't know if it made it. It's just like, what are you going to do about it? And he's like, Jesus, emu. He's like planting drugs, guns on him. It's pretty good.
That's funny.
Emu. Yeah.
New research from the University of Michigan found that toxic political attacks on social media is creating a nation of cynics.
They just figured that out.
They're
just
found this out.
now.
They paid for that study.
Michigan is finally here.
Jesus,
they figured it out.
Hey, Michigan, welcome to 2024. We've been waiting for you.
Hey, what do you know? You attack people, all of a sudden...
We'll leave the light on for you, Michigan.
You know what? Let's get back on the subject of animals. There's a lot of different... There's a wide variety of animals.
Some are indigenous, Mike.
Some indeed
Not
are indigenous.
emus.
In fact, there's a lot of dangerous indigenous.
The Men's Room Top 10.
Oh, that sounds bad out of context.
10 of the most terrifying animals in North America. Sure, you might think it's the southern short-tailed shrew. You're wrong. The scariest predator in North America I've personally laid eyes on is capable of cunning and beguiling its victims with chemically induced elixirs designed to lower their securities and inhibitions and lure them into a trap. They do it with gas station perfume and stink of ashtray and musty body odor. I present to you the ravenous female barfly.
Thought he was going to say cougar.
I mean, close.
The barfly.
The barfly.
Yeah.
Gas station perfume.
I don't know. It's different because when you go to a new... I feel like dudes that are barflies, you can kind of tell.
Oh, yeah.
But I've run into it a couple times where like a bartender has been like, don't talk to her. Like,
don't do it.
Yeah.
Damn.
I'm trying to help you to help yourself.
Correct.
Don't do it.
And it's like, I mean, it's like flies to S. Just like, I mean, one night I had to be like, my friend just got back from Burning Man. Like, we're trying to have a conversation.
Right.
Like, don't sit, like, you didn't ask. You just sat down at our table and started talking.
Gotcha.
Oh, God.
Wow. Bold. Most terrifying animals in North America.
Is this based on the number of people that they kill?
Is it deaths or their main you?
You know what?
So in other words, deer kill more people than almost
bears,
anything else, but that's because of road accidents.
Yeah.
Mosquitoes kill more people just in general based on passing
Because they're
diseases.
murderous.
So let's see here. It starts up by saying North America has an abundance of deadly animals that injure and kill locals and tourists every year. Let's see here.
Glad they get the tourists, too.
Stupid tourists? Because I'm thinking like Yellowstone. Just bison attacked
And
me.
so
You petted it.
It's not just how many they're killing, but sometimes they're just scary.
Okay.
Right?
So like the Wolverine, I would think would be on there.
That is indeed on the list. They're
Yep.
famous for
All
their
right.
ferocious fighting style, often taking down much larger prey than themselves. Highly territorial. They can become aggressive if they feel threatened, and they are known for their ability to adapt to harsh climates. Terrifying, yes.
Well, guess what? Crocodiles and alligators are alligators. Are alligators indigenous to here?
The American alligator.
Okay, I'm saying alligator.
Smithsonian's National Zoo argues that the
All right.
species is a conservation success story after its population recovered from the brink of extinction. Its armored body, muscular tail, and tremendous bite force make it a fearsome predator.
Bite
Another
force.
terrifying animal here in North America. Miles Montgomery.
Black bear. Or is it the brown bear?
The brown bear. The grizzly bear. The number one animal is the grizzly bear. The
Yep.
subspecies of the brown bear lives in Alaska, Canada, and the Northwest.
When he's done washing your car, look out.
Large adult grizzlies may be about 8 feet long and weigh about 900 pounds. They're known for their poor eyesight, sprinting speeds of 35 miles an hour. So
Can't
everything-
see where he's going.
Right. So if you think that you're going to outrun a doggone bear, you ain't going to do it.
Nope.
And being infamous for attacking humans without provocation.
Oh, cool.
You're screwed.
Oh, speaking of brown bear car wash, you ever taken a dog through one of those?
I have
Oh,
not.
yeah, they're terrifying.
We just use a
my
bath.
God, they lose their mind.
The Brillo pad tried to bury himself
whole-
underneath one of
the
our
whole-
seats.
Next time, put him back in the car, guys.
You want to have a good time? Take a dog through a car wash.
Yeah, I remember as a kid, my babysitter, their dog Muffin. That dog hated the car wash.
Yeah, I can see that, man.
Another.
Can I guess one?
You bet.
Rattlesnake.
The rattlesnake is indeed on the list. Every known rattlesnake species is native to the Americas. But as Britannica notes, they are, quote, most abundant and diverse in the deserts of the southwestern U.S. and northern Mexico. While they are fairly timid, their venomous bite is excruciating.
About just the standard cougar.
The standard cougar, the mountain lion. According to the National Wildlife Federation, mountain lions' range spreads all across the Americas from the Canadian Yukon to the Strait of Magellan.
Yeah, that's right. I'm a mountain lion, eh?
Greatest range of any living mammal in the Americas. These cats can weigh up to 220 pounds, and although attacks on humans are rare, as humans continue to move into their range, attacks become more likely.
How about a polar bear?
Polar bear is indeed on the list there, Miles. The polar bear is a fearsome apex predator that plays a crucial role in the Arctic ecosystem. Global warming is threatening their habitat. WWF notes that as their sea ice habitat recedes earlier in the spring and forms later in the fall, polar bears are increasingly spending longer periods on land where they're often attracted to areas where humans live. They're on their way up.
Because we have things called food.
Correct.
Yeah, and also some of them are straight up just getting stuck on the land.
Exactly.
Like, because that ice is just gone.
They got nowhere to go.
Right, and like they can swim a long distance.
But they ain't swimming that far.
They got a
And
limit.
the polar bear gonna eat.
Oh, I got one for you, Mike.
Hit me.
Let's go down to Arkansas. The wild hogs or boar.
Wild boar not on the list. Ted with the first miss.
How about let's stay in Alaska for the moose?
The moose is the tallest land animal in North America, famous for its massive size and distinct antlers. Moose have been hunted since the Stone Age, and while they're generally not aggressive, my ass.
What?
Car collisions with them are particularly dangerous due to their size and height. They are incredibly aggressive. Do not listen to that one bit.
The most stories that I hear about someone's interaction with the moose was it came up to me, kicked me, or headbutted, but
right.
I wasn't doing anything. It just saw me, walked over, didn't even charge you, just walked over, looked at you.
Yeah, they are so big and delicious.
Not had moose. I should have moose.
It's pretty good.
That's what I put on my my dating profile. Big and delicious.
I mean, if it's got 4 legs, I'm down to eat it.
Some honorable mentions here that aren't necessarily dangerous. You don't really want to encounter them, or maybe they're just scary looking. This one's an aquatic animal, has no brain whatsoever. Not the otter, the jellyfish. Most common jellyfish in the U.S. are box jellyfish, cannibal jellyfish, and subtropical jellyfish. The box jellyfish is particularly deadly with venomous tentacles that can cause victims paralysis, severe pain, and even death.
That's what I think makes them even worse because their brain. I mean, they're literally just floating in the water, hang their tentacles.
Exactly.
At least it's just 24 hours of pain. And it goes away. Not like poison ivy, which stays with you for weeks at a time. At least once you get stung, like the next day, you're normally able to function.
This
Jellyfish.
animal is not necessarily dangerous to humans. They're not really known to attack humans, but they do make scary noises in the night, and if you look at them in the right light, they can be kind of scary looking.
Owls.
Coyotes. Great horned owl.
My neighbor.
This owl is a nocturnal predator that hunts rabbits, rats, voles, and other small mammals, birds, amphibians, and invertebrates. They will aggressively defend their nest from those who venture too close, and they are often associated with wisdom and folklore. Side note, barn owls hiss like a cougar, according to my old man. Ted.
Hang on, I remember. I went to a raptor rescue.
Yes.
In Montana. The barn owl, literally, I can't explain to you the terrifying sound it is.
Yes.
But it's all white. It's also famous for hanging out in cemeteries and stuff. So there's a theory that, the Irish, when they talk about banshees, and this white thing zooming by them and this awful sound, that it was just barn owls. And people didn't know what it was.
Right.
It would make sense.
And
it would look like a ghost.
And he's not wrong. Their screech is piercing.
It was only it was tiny, and I was like, get us out of this room.
We're going to die.
That thing scares me.
Ted, you mentioned it, the coyote. This canine species has adapted well to urban environments as metropolitan areas have grown in North America. Urban coyotes tend to live longer than their wild counterparts, rarely attack humans, and are infamous for preying on small dogs and cats.
Do we have to worry about the coyotes mixing with regular dogs?
Wolves. No, because coyotes typically want to eat dogs.
Correct.
And then if the dog's
a
bigger
canine,
dog,
right? It's like...
they'll scuttle away. So if you have a Chihuahua, he's trying to make a meal. Maybe if you have a German Shepherd, they're like, let's disappear.
Right, I get what you're saying, right? Because the dog is descendant of the wolf. I'm just saying, you get enough of these coyotes running around a city, we're going to have a hybrid.
You need one horny coyote.
Right. Or one horny dog.
Literally, that's all you need.
And a big enough dog to not be a meal.
Right, I'm down with that.
And I will say that does get creepy as you get into the fall. Not so much coming out of the winter, but going into the winter. When it starts getting really, really cold outside and it's dark outside, then you can just hear them all crying out in the night and just howling. That gets spooky.
Just for size reference, think about your dog, Molly. Mm-hmm. Like, if that dog, right, got together with a coyote, it's like, I don't know. Now it's like a wild version of your dog. The coyote would be scary.
My dog is a wild version of my dog.
Coyote hole.
Are you saying my dog's a whore? You say Molly would just be like, I want some coyote.
No, I'm saying she's hot.
Okay.
Interspecies hot.
If I were a coyote, I'd be all over that.
They put America's bird on this list of the most terrifying animals.
The bald eagle.
The national bird of the U.S. and is revered. It appears on the Great Seal. Britannica notes that the species preys on other birds, small mammals, snakes, turtles, and crabs, and they readily eat carrion. Mm-hmm. In the late 20th century, it was on the brink of extirpation.
Extirpation?
In America, but its population since
extinction.
It has to be extinction, but it says extirpation. Extirpation. EXTIRPATION.
Never heard of that.
Extirpation.
How to start using it though?
I don't know. This animal is native to the United States and also also an old comedian.
The red fox.
The red fox.
Good call, Mike.
Hey, dummy.
It generally poses no threat to humans and is known for raiding chicken coops and attacking pet cats. The CDC warns that all fox bites must be considered a potential exposure to rabies, as foxes are known to carry.
If they're going to attack cats, they got to be a badass. Mm-hmm. I mean, cats, in my mind, I don't care how many pounds.
Yeah, they're designed to kill.
Right. They'll come after bears, too.
A fox?
Cats.
Oh, cat.
Like a black bear? Yeah. Cats will just run after him if they feel threatened enough. They don't give a damn.
Cats really don't.
Ted's probably the only person that can say this animal's name correctly. Because everybody calls it the buffalo. It's the American bison.
Yeah.
One of North America's largest land animals and almost went extinct in the 1870s. Their numbers have since rebounded, which has led to increased human interaction, and they are now primarily raised for their meat, wool, and dairy products.
You ever seen a bison pelt?
Oh, yeah.
It is massive.
Huge. Most terrifying animals in North America. Teeny tiny but insect brown recluse spider.
Yeah.
Nice. The brown recluse spider's bite contains necrotic venom.
Erotic. I have an erection.
That can cause significant tissue damage, but it generally avoids biting humans. True to its name, it prefers undisturbed places, frequently building its webs in closets, garages, wood piles, and sheds. Not the only spider on the list.
Black Widow?
The Black Widow. Yep. Although bites from the Black Widow spider are
my man.
Rare in North America, their neurotoxic venom can cause severe muscle pain and spasms. The spider genus prefers dark, undisturbed places.
You took him too soon.
No.
He's a big one.
Oh, Clarence, I can't come back. No. I'm so sorry for your loss.
Black Widow.
Why you gotta go so soon? Oh, Lord.
Oh, God. One more.
Oh, Lord Jesus. He was so young. He was a good man.
Red Fox. Last cat on the list, Canadian lynx. It's primarily nocturnal and solitary, rarely encountered by humans. Their diet heavily relies on snowshoe hares, and their hunting skills are adapted to snowy environments.
They look like a Maine Coon.
They really do.
With more pronounced ears. They're cute. I've actually seen them in the wild.
Right. Not quite as fluffy, but puffy.
Yeah, they're very fluffy looking.
Yeah, and they got that weird little stub tail. Yes.
Yeah, they got those big-ass ears, right?
Yeah, they got the little tuft on the ears. But then the last animal on the list of the most terrifying animals in North America, we go back to the waters. The bull shark.
Oh, yeah.
Unlike most sharks, this species can thrive in salt and fresh water, including rivers close to humans. Populations in North America, notably the Potomac River in Maryland and the Mississippi River as far upstream as Alton, Illinois. Bull sharks are infamous for their aggression and unpredictability and are considered one of the most dangerous
That mother
shark
made it
species.
up to Illinois.
Illinois, baby.
That's got to be southern Illinois.
Brother, I'm saying if I jumped in the river, the last thing I'm worried about is a bull shark.
Not in the Mississippi.
But that's what Shark or Jaws is based off of.
Yeah, I just assumed that was
be there kind of thing.
Not all the way that far.
Damn.
A TikTok user showed off their hack to keep their neighbors from parking in their spot, but there's one flaw, Miles.
What was the flaw?
Tell you all about it at 5:50.
Thank you, sir. Headlines are coming up at 5:50. In the meantime, let's get a contestant on the line for Profile This at 206-803-ROCK. Have we made it to drinking time?
My 13-year-old acts like a puppy again. Almost overnight, she's a different dog.
Perfect poops.
When people switch their dog's food to the farmer's dog, the effects can seem like magic. But there's no magic involved. It's simply real meat and vegetables with all the nutrients dogs need, instead of highly processed pellets. No tricks, just smarter, healthier pet food delivered in packs portioned for your dog. It's amazing what real food can do. Get 50% off your first order at thefarmersdog.com/no-magic.
Listening to your favorite podcast? That's smart. Earning your degree online from Southern New Hampshire University? That's really smart. With 24/7 access to coursework, no set class times, and dedicated student support, you can go to school when and where it works for you. Low online tuition means you can even do it for less. And dedicated student support means we'll be with you from day one to graduation and beyond. Join a community of learners just like you. Go to snhu.edu today to start your free application.
From executive producer Jimmy Kimmel.
What's up, team? Just two people can't launch a brand. It takes a village.
We are MMD Hollywood.
Wow,
which stands for medical marijuana.
Due to restrictions, we can't tell you everything about our new reality series. But what we can say is the idea behind it is fully baked. High Hopes. Streaming 4/20 on Hulu.
Are you ready to take the next step in your career? King County, a leader in government services, is on the lookout for talented individuals to join our team. King County offers an inclusive, welcoming work environment where innovation and creativity thrive. Whether you're a seasoned professional or just starting your journey, we have positions that could be a perfect fit. Competitive salaries, excellent benefits, and career development are just some of the perks you may receive. Visit our website, kingcounty.gov/careers, and join King County. Thrive where you work.
My 13-year-old acts like a puppy again. Almost overnight, she's a different dog.
Perfect poops.
When people switch their dog's food to the farmer's dog, the effects can seem like magic. But there's no magic involved. It's simply real meat and vegetables with all the nutrients dogs need, instead of highly processed pellets. No tricks, just smarter, healthier pet food delivered in packs portioned for your dog. It's amazing what real food can do. Get 50% off your first order at thefarmersdog.com/no-magic.
Listening to your favorite podcast? That's smart. Earning your degree online from Southern New Hampshire University? That's really smart. With 24/7 access to coursework, no set class times, and dedicated student support, you can go to school when and where it works for you. Low online tuition means you can even do it for less. And dedicated student support means we'll be with you from day one to graduation and beyond. Join a community of learners just like you. Go to snhu.edu today to start your free application.
From executive producer Jimmy Kimmel.
What's up, team? Just two people can't launch a brand. It takes a village.
We are MMD Hollywood.
Wow,
which stands for medical marijuana.
Due to restrictions, we can't tell you everything about our new reality series. But what we can say is the idea behind it is fully baked. High Hopes. Streaming 4/20 on Hulu.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith from the Men's Room. And did you know I have a podcast? Well, I do. The Podcast. New episodes uploaded every Wednesday on the Odyssey app.
Somebody out there deserves to be recognized. And the men's room knows just who it is. So to you, we say, bottoms up, sailor. You're the toast of our shot of the day.
Drink time it is, and as usual, we head to the drink desk and Steve at Thrill Hill to find out who we're toasting.
Yes, indeed. And today we chose 27-year-old Alexis Harnett of somewhere in South Carolina. I don't know. Now, Alexis, like a lot of people, maybe it's because of the new year, maybe she just likes to keep fit, but she's an avid exerciser, and her neighbors are now complaining about the fact that she exercises. She admits she is loud when she exercises. People say she screams or all this kind of thing. Also, she exercises outdoors in her own front yard on her own property. The neighbors still complain because she doesn't have a fence up. And it's like, this is ridiculous. Finally, they called the cops, and when the cops showed up, she was actively exercising. They ended up arresting her. She's doing jumping jacks, and she was naked.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's
that was the problem right there. And she wouldn't stop doing it. You know, the neighbors asked politely, like, hey, if you could do jumping jacks in your front yard, could you maybe put clothes on? Like, nope. Do my thing.
Apparently not attractive.
I'm guessing not, because otherwise you don't call the cops on her.
But she can do some jumping jacks.
Or too attractive.
Oh, yeah.
Depends on who calls.
Yeah.
You're not calling anybody, baby.
Put the phone down.
You've been out here on the window for 10 minutes now.
Slap the phone out your hand. So we pour this booze and we drink this booze because we think it's yummy.
Yummy!
So over the tongue and down the throat to party in our tummies.
Down the hola bitola.
The men's room presents Profile This.
And Steve at Thrill Hill, could you please tell everyone how Profile This is played?
Sure can, Miles. It's a simple game where we share with you a real-life news story. Something that happened right here on planet Earth. And as you listen to the story, based on the stereotypes you believe to be true of people and the decisions that people make, we'll ask you what it is you think makes the story a story. Hello, Ken in Missouri. Welcome to the men's room.
Well, good afternoon, gentlemen. It's a pleasure to talk to you. Hola to you also.
What's the temperature in Missouri, where you are?
Right now, it's about 57 degrees.
Not much different than what we got going on here, man.
Yeah, it was pretty nice yesterday. It was 71. Now it kind of dropped because we had this cold front come in and drop a bunch of rain on us. I think it came from you guys.
And a tornado? And we're trading weather.
Yeah, it drifts this way for some reason. But, no, it's been pretty nice here this winter. It's been really, lean on the snow. But the spring has been pretty good for rain. So I think we're going to do all right this year.
So everyone with an allergy, prepare. All right, Ken.
Oh, my God, yes.
You understand how this here game is played?
Yes, I do. I've been listening for years.
Oh, thank you, man. Well, you got one of three categories. We have the wonderful world of drugs. We have bite me. In other words, what did someone find in their meal? And finally, hit me with your best shot, where you guess the unconventional weapon that someone chose to use as a weapon.
Drugs.
Drugs?
Gotta do drugs.
All right, here's your story. We go to the United Kingdom, where a 46-year-old man did a bunch of drugs. I think our very own Mike Hawk may have covered this story. Now, he admits he was smoking marijuana. He'd also been drinking alcohol. But then he decided that he was going to get in his car and teach bad drivers a lesson. So he went onto a freeway, and he started deliberately crashing into cars. But not just anyone. Specifically, bad drivers that he thought were driving recklessly. So he was in a silver BMW 125, acting as what he calls an enforcer of good driving. And he told police that he was sick of people, quote, tailgating, lane hogging, and driving slow. So, of course, he was not exactly the pillar of safety. So in addition to crashing into the other cars, he was driving like a lunatic at speeds up to 130 miles an hour. Because he's angry about bad drivers. Let that sink in. Anyway, the police say his rampage lasted about half an hour, and he crashed into 9 other vehicles before he was finally caught and arrested. Now, several victims were hospitalized, but thankfully no one died. The question is, in addition to the weed and the booze, what other drug was he on? Was he on cocaine? Was he on methamphetamine? Was he on crack? Or was he on PCP? So coke, meth, crack, or PCP?
Where was it?
Somewhere in the UK.
UK, okay, all right.
No,
UK.
I'd say cocaine, possibly.
Okay, cocaine for Ken.
And he had weed on him?
He admitted to smoking weed, and he was clearly
Mike and Ted.
I'm with you. I feel like you're acting a little crazy. It's the UK. He's got coke, and he's trying to
He's got cash.
Yeah, he's trying to balance it out with weed.
Yeah. All right, I'll stick with the same drug, but I'll go crack cocaine. So crack instead of regular coke.
All right, Ken, so you're going coke?
Yeah.
All right. Good. You and Ted agree on cocaine.
We're going to find out what this guy was doing. Was it cocaine, meth, crack, or PCP next?
That was a tease.
My 13-year-old acts like a puppy again. Almost overnight, she's a different dog.
Perfect poops.
When people switch their dog's food to the farmer's dog, the effects can seem like magic. But there's no magic involved. It's simply real meat and vegetables with all the nutrients dogs need, instead of highly processed pellets. No tricks, just smarter, healthier pet food delivered in packs portioned for your dog. It's amazing what real food can do. Get 50% off your first order at thefarmersdog.com/no-magic.
From executive producer Jimmy Kimmel.
What's up, team? Just two people can't launch a brand. It takes a village.
We are MMD Hollywood.
Wowee.
Which stands for medical marijuana.
Due to restrictions, we can't tell you everything about our new reality series. But what we can say is the idea behind it is fully baked. High Hopes. Streaming 4/20 on Hulu.
Listening to your favorite podcast? That's smart. Earning your degree online from Southern New Hampshire University? That's really smart. With 24/7 access to coursework, no set class times, and dedicated student support, you can go to school when and where it works for you. Low online tuition means you can even do it for less. And dedicated student support means we'll be with you from day one to graduation and beyond. Join a community of learners just like you. Go to snhu.edu today to start your free application.
This is a promotional message for Alexia Sweet Potato Fries, and in the process of elucidating you on all the wondrous virtues Alexia Sweet Potato Fries have to offer, I intend to do so in a prodigious manner befitting of such a superlative side. That's because all Alexia creations are creatively crafted, from sweet potato fries that accomplish a delicate balance of sweet and savoury, without GMOs or superfluous additives, to the eloquent lexicon of our advertisements, like this one, because every Alexia experience is intended to feel creatively crafted and exceptional without exception. Alexia's Sweet Potato Fries. Do procure them in your grocer's freezer.
99.9 KISW. We return to the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
Category Sharks on profile this. We got a man over in England. He did a bunch of drugs, definitely did some alcohol, smoked some weeds, and then he basically went out and decided to crash into cars who he said were, quote, bad drivers.
Correct, yes.
He was also on one other type of drug other than the alcohol and the weed. Was it cocaine, meth, crack, or PCP?
And Ken, in Missouri, that is the very question that we posed to you. Let us start with Miles Montgomery. Went with the old crack cocaine.
Crack cocaine.
It was not crack cocaine. Ken, you immediately thought coke. And then Ted pieced it together, said United Kingdom, coke is massive over there. And then he pointed out, he's also got a BMW, which says he's probably trying to roll that way. You are correct.
Yeah, man.
You know,
Ken.
You know your drugs, brother.
Exactly.
Yeah, he was instant with it.
Did you get
He's gone.
Oh.
What are we going to ask him, though?
I just the weather nerd in me. He's in Missouri.
Right.
If it was that warm yesterday, a massive cold front, I would have a feeling that tornadoes would have touched down.
I want to say, that I read this earlier today.
Feet of snow in Colorado, tornadoes.
I can't remember where, but yeah, there were
all across the Midwest. So depending on where you were.
When you get, especially this time of year, those fronts.
Yep.
And again, I'm just a weather nerd.
Now for all TV news all the time for TV Time with Ted. And look at the weather.
And now, because your pathetic life is confined to countless hours in front of a talking box, the Men's Room presents TV Time with Ted.
All right, your choices today. Tomlinson.
Taylor Tomlinson.
Have you seen her new special, by the way?
No.
I have not.
What, her stand-up special, you mean?
Yeah. I have not watched much of her show, but she is pretty damn funny.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, like, her she's pretty good. I shouldn't say pretty good. She's funny as hell. You got Seth Meyers.
Mr. Myers.
The Jimmies.
Fallon Kimmel.
Colbert.
Or
Ted Smith.
Is it Ted or is it late night?
That's right, they're the Tyler Scouts have teams of talented writers help them come up with their monologues each and every night. It is up to you to determine, is this an actual late-night joke and from whom, or could it be a The Ted Smith original?
The CEO of Petco is stepping down, but he had to use one of those tiny sets of stairs you put next to the bed.
The Ted Smith, yes.
Fallon.
Some business news, the CEO of Petco is stepping down. And he used one of those tiny sets of stairs you put next to the bed to do it.
The House passed a bill that would force TikTok's Chinese parent company to sell the social media platform or face a domestic ban. Well, if you guys are worried about the Chinese gathering data on Americans, wait till you find out who makes the phones.
I'll bet you, Ted.
Kimmel.
Seth.
The House passed a bill that would force TikTok's Chinese parent company to sell the social media platform or face a domestic ban. Well, if you guys are worried about the Chinese gathering data on Americans, wait till you find out who makes the phones.
Did you guys see any of the video on that?
No.
It's just awful. Will you speak out against China, or are you afraid to go home to your home country and what they'll do to you when you get back? Like, no. Stop.
Family Dollar's parent company, Dollar Tree, has announced it's closing about 1,000 Family Dollar stores. Sad, right? At this rate, I'm worried about the Dollarita.
The Ted Smith.
Colbert.
Smith.
Yeah. Dollarita somehow was a giveaway.
Really?
Yeah.
I was just trying to think what else you get for a dollar, and I'm not sure there's dollar value menus anymore.
Can it get gum for $1?
Let's see. A Texas school board suspended the superintendent after a transgender student was removed from the school musical, which was Oklahoma. But because if you start removing LGBTQ plus students, well, what you end up with is a terrible musical.
Colbert.
Yeah, Colbert.
Sapphire.
A school board in Texas voted last week to suspend the district's superintendent after a transgender student was removed from a high school production of Oklahoma. Good, because if you start removing LGBTQ plus students, what you'll end up with is a terrible musical.
Did you guys take part in a production of Oklahoma?
Not Oklahoma.
I did not know.
All right. Mike?
No.
All right.
What were you in, Mike?
What was I in? I was never... In high school, I didn't do anything in drama. I was in the pit.
Okay.
So I was in the pit. I was in the pit orchestra for the Titanic musical, for the Superman musical.
Titanic the musical.
Yes.
Boy, oh boy.
It was a really, really fun musical. I really liked it.
What did they? Did you roll it in the deep? What is it?
Oh God. No, there's just a handful of different songs.
Right, because I was in Oliver in grade school, Oklahoma. I think we might have done Fiddler on the Roof.
Who did you play in Oliver?
Yeah.
If I were a thin man. Rich man. So.
If I were a thin man.
Whatever. I don't know.
Well, how are you going to dance on the roof? You fall through the damn thing.
Jesus. That's not the lyrics.
Whatever it is.
Well, traditionally speaking, Miles,
rich people
you should know this musical more than us.
Eat better food.
If I was a thin man.
My bad.
Obviously, this is going to be kind of sad news, and Thrill and I didn't know this till yesterday, but Keith Morrison from Dateline, if you saw his face, you'd recognize him.
Yes, you would.
He was Matthew Perry, his stepfather.
Had no freaking idea.
Yeah.
None.
He says Matthew was happier than ever been in the time leading up to his death. He says, quote, he was happy, and he said so. And he hadn't said that for a long time. It's a source of comfort, but also he didn't have his third act. It's not fair. He said basically what he was saying is like, look, Matthew and his mother were closer than they had been in decades. Obviously, you have a famous son, you're going to be not estranged, but like that's a strain on a relationship.
Of course.
Then with that much addiction, as he always talked about.
Bigger strain, yeah.
Bigger strain, right. It's apparently they had kind of really got back together. Obviously, look, anybody that's lost a family member like that, you know this, but it's as other people have told me 100 times, it doesn't go away dealing with the grief. You're with it every day. It's with you all the time. There's some new aspect to assault your brain. It's not easy. And we were talking in the office yesterday, and I was saying I have a friend who's in a different state, and his girlfriend works for a ketamine company that works with doctors.
Okay.
So last time I saw her, I said, hey, because there's a lot of good ketamine treatments out there for depression and a bunch of stuff.
When prescribed.
When prescribed, and the doses are, I mean, so small, right? I mean, even if you take a drug like MDMA, right? Like you could go to clinics in certain states and have that therapy, but it's a medical dose.
Right.
So I asked her, I said, I know ketamine was kind of always a club drug in England, especially in the UK. Then it got big over here in Canada. But recently with this research, I said, that was good for you guys. But I said, what about Matthew Perry? And she's like, well, it's terrible that he passed away, but she's like, he had over 250, 280 times the medical dose.
I don't care who you are.
In his system. And then she was also saying that like a doctor, even if you're going to a doctor for a prescribed amount of ketamine, like they would never give you that much. Right. So he he probably acquired it from somewhere else. Then you're worried about quality and this and that.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, I can think back to, as a Maryland fan and growing up in PG County, there's this famous basketball player named Len Bias.
Mm-hmm.
Right? He's awesome in basketball. Frankly, he was, I would think, better than Jordan was in college. He gets drafted by the Celtics. It's this giant deal. He's like the second or third overall pick. And then they do a bunch of cocaine, and he ends up dying. But to this day, people always talk about like the fact that there was this famous drug dealer, cocaine guy in D.C. that was partying with these guys. And to this day, they're like, look, the potency of the cocaine those college kids had in their room was just unbelievable.
Right.
Like no normal person would have that.
But when you're with the dealer.
Correct.
And you're about to be a multimillionaire, yeah, you get the good stuff.
Right. So, like, that's what I'm saying. With, like, some of these drugs that are often party drugs or whatever, when you go to an environment where, you can get it from a doctor, it's going to be a pure form, this and that. I mean, hell, that's part of Half-Baked.
Right.
Right? He's working at the hospital or whatever and can get that medical grade quality marijuana. So just different stuff there. I talk about it all the time during the segment. Like, Jesus, what else are they going to redo or remake? Like,
everything. Right. If it exists, it'll be redone.
So they say Hollywood, it's all about franchises these days. It is not, if it's not a sequel, a prequel, a remake, a reboot, it's some kind of connection to an existing show or existing property. But according to a new poll by Tubi, 74% of millennials and Gen Z want original content.
Good.
Not rehashed versions of existing stuff.
Thank you.
Yeah. 71% of those would like to see it produced by, quote, wait for this one, independent and small-time creators.
Yeah, good luck.
They can feel like they're directly supporting the artist when they watch it. At the same time, 96% of streaming audiences surveyed said they want nostalgic content like The Office or Friends that they can binge watch repeatedly.
And that's fine if it's already been done and you go to, like True TV or something, and they have the marathon of Frasier. Cool.
And look, I've done it with, I bet I've seen Seinfeld, that whole series. I bet I've seen it 4 or 5 times.
Right.
Certain episodes I've probably seen 20 times. But also, I will go like, we need more new stuff.
Absolutely, man.
It's just like, right, if you don't have people out there making stuff or creating stuff or have the opportunity to get their stuff out there and
distribution is the thing. So there's a lot of people that have made television shows or movies, but if they don't sign the right contract, they go, well, we're not going to distribute it.
Well, and the reason that people aren't checking out whatever movies or TV shows that you're making isn't because they don't have a personal connection or recognize what it is that, because it's being rehashed. It's just not interesting. And what you were mentioning it off air there, Ted, is that these are old and tired, honestly, circumstances and plot lines that they're putting out there. It's just spice it up a little bit. Get somebody else in there that has a fresh take on storytelling, and then find some way to promote it that actually makes it look interesting.
I would say also, look about it like sports, right? You're right. You could make another version of this same show and it'll go out there. You'll make it a decent amount of money, but it's
SWAT, FBI.
What you're missing out on is you could have a monster hit show that you're not going to distribute or put out there.
Right.
It's like, well, it's not connected to that or whatever. And it's like, right, same thing with sports, right? Look, I could speak for Seahawks fans. Like, when they were talking about getting rid of Pete Carroll, it's like, you're like, well, it's like, right, but I don't want a team just to get 10 wins and sneak into the wild card.
Right.
Let's look long term and see if you could build something that would get you another Super Bowl.
Like, think about The Boys on Amazon. That's not making it big because the kids are really into superheroes right now. It's a different take. It's a different side of everything. And it's even,
and a lot of parents don't have the kids watching that.
No, that's probably not a good one.
Well, I would also say it's also for those content creators, right? Like, I've gotten to the point now where, like, there's series I watch on YouTube just because I like them, right? Like my guy Drewski. right? He's a comedian. I don't know that he ever did stand-up. I just know him from the internet and everything, and could have been records. It could have been house. Like, right. I'm like, all right, like, this dude's hilarious. I don't know if he's, and he'll show up. It's funny, too, is like, there's a whole younger audience that know a lot of these people. Hell, I had Cooking with Daryl on the podcast and thought that was like the biggest celebrity I'd ever had.
You know, it's the ones that really do well. The Games of Thrones of the world, or hell, Yellowstone.
Because you took a chance on something.
Right, it's an original story.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. That's my point. It's like, those things are out there. Those writers are writing that stuff. Like, you got to greenlight it. Yes. But
I'd say more for movies than TV. I think TV's doing a good job with all the streaming services of branching out. And streaming services. Not that they don't reboot things and everything, but I think for the most part, compared to what is being distributed, you know, on the major screens, not the ones that win the Oscars, but the bigger movies, they are reboots. They are, you know, rehash stuff. Sometimes it works.
A lot of new things that come along. Look, I'm 43. So I got to fight it. But, like, things change, right?
Sure.
I mean, even, you know, Miles loves playing golf. And, like, some of the guys that are doing content creation just on Instagram and stuff, like, they're making golf cool and fun again. You know what I mean?
Well, they understand the audience they're trying to reach as well.
Golfers,
right? Like, I know it's like, it's like at Wimbledon, you got to wear all white. But it's like, look, you don't need all white when you go play tennis. Have some fun. You know what? Like,
loosen up.
Right. If a baseball player, you know, and granted, when it comes to touchdown celebrations, I am old school. Like, you got to wait till you're in the pros. But I don't know, man. Let him dance. Who cares? Right? A guy wants to flip a bat. It's like we're going to get past some of this stuff.
Right.
And be okay. Now, there's also the downside, too. Like, stop barking at the coaches. Seriously. I mean, those people are putting in time to coach, sometimes not even their kid, but your kid. Like, have a little respect for them out there, and you know, you don't need to be in their ear all the time. Here's a perfect example: the Osbournes. Right, when that first came along, right, it was kind of wild. There were some reality shows. It was like, this is a big celebrity. And I like Ozzy Osbourne. He said it wasn't. He said, like, look, it really wasn't that scripted. It wasn't that different from their regular life, which also I believe. No offense to Ozzy, I just don't see him really following the script of anything that well. Outside of his
agree. Or remembering the lines.
Outside of his show, you know what I mean? I mean, hell.
He's got a teleprompter that says what Iron Man lyrics he's going to sing. He's been singing that song for 40 years, 50 years. Right. He needs the teleprompter.
We had him on years ago. One of the times, like, he just did. I don't know if he didn't care or didn't realize, like, you just can't curse on
I think it's both.
Right. He just kept going. But to his credit, and their show was only on for 3 years, but he's like, it wasn't as contrived as it is now and this and that. Like, there was some real stuff going on. And that is the thing. Trust me, there's plenty of reality shows I still watch, right? Like, look, I'll still watch Pawn Stars. Thrill comes in with his, antique gun, and I'm going to be like, oh, I really like this. You got time if I call a buddy? Like, I know how it's going to go. It's going to end with something heartwarming with Rick and his son and Chum Lee. But you like it, you know what I mean? It's basically 3 segments on whatever the reality show is, and then you tie it together with, like, a family or a friend thing. Mm-hmm. When you watch more reality shows, you'll notice. But credit to the Osbournes. They were out there and original. And then, Seattle, tonight's for you. I will be at the hockey game, and for the first time in person, cheering against the Capitals. Go Kraken!
Damn. Okay, thank you, Ted. We appreciate it. You're listening to The Men's Room.
It's one thing falling in love with a house, and quite another navigating the world of negotiating, mortgage lenders, and finding the budget that works best for you. Guidance from an agent who's a Realtor can make all the difference, because that's who we are. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. Remember when you first saw the potential? And then through some elbow grease, fresh installs, and a whole lot of love, you transformed 100,000 miles and a body full of rust into a drive that's all your own. Look to your left. Look to your right. It's official. No one's got a ride like this. There's nothing else that sounds like, feels like, or looks like the set of wheels in your garage. With over 122 million parts, you can make sure your number one ride or die stays running smoothly. So there's no limit to how far you can take it. Brake kits, turbochargers, engines, exhaust kits, roof racks, LED headlights, bumpers, whatever your baby needs, eBay Motors has it. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, it's guaranteed to fit your ride the first time, every time, or your money back. Plus, at these prices, well, you're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Listen as Selenia tells us why she chose to vaccinate her daughter.
I definitely felt like the pros far outweighed the cons. The diseases that I am protecting my child against, they're still here. And at the end of the day, it's my job as a mother to keep my child safe.
Talk to your child's doctor and learn more at whyvaccines.com. Brought to you by Merck.
The Men's Room returns with Miles and Thrill. Now, let's see what's happening in the real world.
All right, here we go. Police are looking for a man who robbed a Nebraska vape shop dressed as Tigger. Meanwhile, Bay Area police bust a shoplifter, but his stash of merchandise at home, much bigger. A man in Thailand picked the wrong Buddha statue to mess with. If you found a safe and cash on a North Carolina road, I'd take the fifth. And tomorrow we drink some beers at Black Raven Brewing in Morganville. It's time for your headlines.
Now, it's time to hit the headlines. Here's my car.
At the top, starting in the lovely world of the internet, where someone is fed up with their neighbors. We've all had to work with shared parking lots, but things get particularly feisty when one driver pays for their parking space only to return home to find that it's being occupied by a neighbor anyway.
Yeah.
Such is the case for one TikTok user, but they found a hack to keep it from happening. They recently uploaded a video showing off their deterrent, a life-sized dummy car is what I'm going to call it, made entirely of styrofoam.
I saw the picture of that.
Side note, great find, by the way. I mean, this is a full-size car. It looks like a Tesla SUV.
I assumed that they had carved it themselves, and then I read, like, wait a minute, you ordered this thing?
Right. But they keep it in the parking space while they're gone. While this is truly effective at keeping their neighbors from taking their spot, one witty user commented with a rather large hole in their plan, what do you do with the styrofoam car when you actually want to use the spot?
That was my question. I guess you could just put it on top of your car.
Move it, I guess.
They can't is the thing. It's a garage.
Oh, right.
It would make it too tall.
Yep.
So at that point, like, are you taking up another parking spot with your styrofoam car?
Yeah, well, that's exactly it, right? Don't do that.
Exactly. In other news, over to Baltimore, where a smuggling operation was stopped. Thank God. Border agents at Thurgood Marshall Airport stopped a woman hailing from California after detecting something in her luggage. Mm-hmm. They sent her to an inspection.
How long does it take an airport to Like, that's still BWI to me, and I feel like when I put in the airport codes, it's still BWI.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should be.
I mean, that's the official name of it. I'm just saying, it's weird.
How long does it take to what, though?
For, like, people to know it is Thurgood Marshall Airport.
Oh, gotcha. I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't know. They sent her to an inspection zone where they unearthed 30 vacuum-sealed bags of marijuana. Yeah, about 35 pounds. Yeah. That's.
I was just telling somebody last night, like, that's mainly what those drug dogs are looking for.
You bet.
Yeah.
You bet. Her flight plan had her on her way to Iceland with a final destination of London. Border agents have seen a rise in smugglers bringing marijuana to the UK and Africa to fetch a higher sell price. And while it's been legalized in several states locally, it's still illegal on the federal level, and authorities will stop bulk shipments. And I do like that they said bulk shipments.
All right, that proves my point.
Right.
I just say, like, look, in certain states, you still shouldn't fly with weed as it's federally illegal.
Right.
But I was talking to somebody last night. I was like, I go, frankly, I feel like the dogs in line are bomb dogs, and I feel like the drug dogs, because it costs so much to make those dogs trained.
Yeah.
They're like, I think they're just checking the luggage for the bulk stuff.
Yeah.
You have to check it, because otherwise it's probably going to carry on, right?
Right, and I don't think anybody's worried about, Mike Hawk from Enumclaw smuggling an eighth of weed.
Right.
That's why I always put it in his bag.
I got a couple joints I'm not selling down there. For my wife, her tummy hurts.
I'm his wife.
I've heard 5 milligram mints really help the flight.
Yeah,
that's what I've heard. You've heard of Blood and Honey, but now we go to Nebraska to catch up with another character of the Winnie the Pooh franchise. Surveillance video was released online of someone breaking into a vape shop in the area, dressed in a Tigger pajama suit.
All right.
He then proceeds to take off as much off the shelf as possible, making off with $500 worth of product. Local authorities are asking anyone with information to come forward. My question, I understand it's a quote-unquote disguise, but it wasn't a costume. Like, they say he was dressed as Tigger. Kind of,
pajamas.
sorta. Right. It was one of the pajamas that's kind of a...
Oh, like a onesie.
Like a onesie that with the hood on it, and the hood kind of has a mask on top of the head.
Right.
So they still had to cover their face with like a bandana or something like that. So you're already
Just
covering
like
your
Tigger.
face.
Yeah.
Why in the world are you wearing something that's going to draw as much attention as you're dressed like Tigger?
Because if you can get out, if you have a plan to get out of that quickly and somewhere close by,
maybe.
I'm just saying, a surveillance video, like, there's no way you can prove this is me. So now the onus is on me to not have other people see me dressed as Tigger.
Yeah.
But the main thing is going to be your closed circuit TV.
But also, I got a feeling that, I hang out with Ted. I've been over to his house a handful of times. If he's got Tigger pajamas, I've seen him on a Sunday morning.
Are you calling the cops? I'm not.
I'd have a
My
conversation
brother,
with
keep
him.
going.
I'd have a conversation with him.
Damn, Mike. Not officially uninvited.
Did you pay for that vape, Ted?
Why do you ask?
I'm stealing vape from like something's going wrong.
Yeah, Ted is also unemployed and on hard times.
Yeah, exactly.
Stealing vape from a shop.
Just throw me in the damn unemployment rehab already.
He's a 17-year-old dropout.
Right.
Back in Maryland, where freedom hits the grill. A driver on... We alluded to this earlier today.
Mike.
I did, man. It's truth.
Freedom hits the grill.
A driver on Route 4 came to a sudden stop after hitting an animal with their car. A bald eagle.
Man, that's something.
They checked on the animal after the collision to find that the animal was still alive but stuck in the grill. Animal control was called and safely extracted the bird from
Did
the
you see a
scene.
picture of it?
I did.
I mean, the bird was like sideways, so I'm assuming he was trying to swoop across the street.
Yeah, he was
and
going
got
to pick
caught.
something up, and then all of a sudden, next thing you
Yeah,
know...
basically, his one wing's aimed toward the ground, the
Right.
other wing is straight up, and I guess his feet were just stuck in there, man.
Well,
Well,
and
and remember, their wingspan's so big, it
Large.
takes them a while to get off the ground.
He's probably trying to get up like, car!
And the thing is that the bald eagle can look very majestic, very stoic.
So it's stuck in front of your car.
Right. They also have one of those panicked looks on the planet, like, hey, get me out of here.
Yeah, that thing did not.
They really do fit as America's bird. Like, on the one hand, on the overall surface, like, we are this broad, we are this tough, majestic, we are fantastic. Here we are. They are seagulls up in doggone Alaska. They're a
right.
pest. They don't shut up.
Dumpster divers.
Dumpster divers, that's exactly right. And just in case those stories left a bad taste in your mouth,
thankfully, there's good news.
we go to Las Vegas, Nevada, where one woman got a rather nice tattoo. She had gotten her first tattoo at the age of 18, but now at the ripe age of 25, she's gotten her latest, which is it's a hit within her friend group. It's rather simple. Getting a QR code tattooed on her upper arm by her shoulder. But when folks go to scan it, it takes them to YouTube. Our friend Robin did the exact same thing, where a video plays featuring a song on repeat. You guessed it. It is Rick Astley's Never Gonna Give You Up.
What did Robin send us where we all got stuck in that?
Face masks.
That's right. Yeah.
She did. All of a sudden, during the pandemic, she sent in a bunch of face masks that had a QR code on it. I had a sneaking hunch, and then as soon as we scanned, I was like, yep, I was right.
Never going to give you up.
Men's Room IPA continues to spread about the area, and it's made its way to the east side. We got an email from our friend Ryan, who found the IPA at the Okanagan IGA. Just in case you were wondering where to find an IGA.
All right.
Okanagan. Also
At the IPA at the IGA.
That's right. Also at the Key IGA in Lake Bay, Washington. Admittedly, I had to look that one up. So
Where is Lake Bay?
Lake Bay is...
They can't decide what body of water
You know
next
where,
to.
right? You know where Fox Island is, and it kind of sits at the
Sorta,
bottom of its own
yeah.
little islandish area. It's kind of off that, a little bit further southwest.
So it's almost like the Aleutian Islands of the San Juans.
There you
Okay.
go.
Or it's your side piece you hang out with at the water.
Wow.
Lake Bay.
My Lake Bay.
My Lake Bay. You can find out the comprehensive list of locations that we know of so far on the Men's Room page of KISW.com. Men's Room Sports. Free agency and trades continue in the NFL. The Seahawks have officially claimed another man. They've reached an agreement with the Washington Commanders to send them a 3rd and 5th round pick in exchange for a 4th round pick, a 6th round pick, an all-star, maybe not all-star, but a fantastic quarterback by the name of Sam Howell. Yeah.
Okay.
Sam Howell.
That's the quarterback, right?
Yeah.
How did they pull that off?
You know, he.
I don't know.
Hey, we got an XFL guy.
There you go. There you go. Makes me and Mike happy.
I've trusted the process.
Do you remember what team he played for in the XFL, Steve?
Defenders? Did he just
Was
stay
it
in
the DC Defenders?
Oh, I don't know. I'm just guessing he stayed in the area. I don't remember, dude.
I don't think it was
Wasn't
the
he like a
Defenders.
backup at the XFL?
I think he was. you never know.
Welcome to Seattle.
You never know.
Mariners spring training continued today against the Brewers with Brian Wu putting in the work on the mound, striking out 5 in 4 innings of baseball and winning with a final score of 4-2. Well done, boys, and away we go. What's on tonight? Tournament quarterfinals galore in the world of college basketball. That's on the ESPN channel, CBS Sports, and FS1. You've got NBA basketball on TNT. The Trailblazers are on Root Plus because over on Root, your Seattle Kraken here at home defending the ice against the Washington Capitals. Mathematically speaking, not counted out of the playoffs just yet. Puck drops at 7 p.m. Look for the Ted Smith over at Climate Pledge Arena. Weather tonight is good it's good, and it's only going to be getting better. Things are staying clear tonight into tomorrow, where we can expect temperatures to just tag 60 degrees before cooling back down for the night. And that is it for your headlines. With that, go Kraken. Mike Hawk is out.
Thank you, Mike. We appreciate it. We'll see you tomorrow. Black Raven Brewing in Woodinville doing the show live from 2 until 6. Ted versus the FCC. And, of course, a Bad Choice Friday and beer.
Yes, indeed. It's all true. But in the meantime, well, we be all about this bitch. So until next time, please do what you do best. And for Aletha's sake, stay beautiful.
The Men's Room has been taped before a live studio audience. Wardrobe and makeup provided by Mantastic Limited. This has been a presentation of the Men's Room Radio Network. Oh, man! A Double Flush production.
My 13-year-old acts like a puppy again. Almost overnight, she's a different dog.
Perfect poops. When people switch their dog's food to the farmer's dog, the effects can seem like magic. But there's no magic involved. It's simply real meat and vegetables with all the nutrients dogs need, instead of highly processed pellets. No tricks, just smarter, healthier pet food delivered in packs portioned for your dog. It's amazing what real food can do. Get 50% off your first order at thefarmersdog.com/no-magic.
Listening to your favorite podcast? That's smart. Earning your degree online from Southern New Hampshire University? That's really smart. With 24/7 access to coursework, no set class times, and dedicated student support, you can go to school when and where it works for you. Low online tuition means you can even do it for less. And dedicated student support means we'll be with you from day one to graduation and beyond. Join a community of learners just like you. Go to snhu.edu today to start your free application.
From executive producer Jimmy Kimmel.
What's up, team? Just 2 people can't launch a brand. It takes a village.
We are MMD Hollywood.
Wowee.
Which stands for medical marijuana.
Due to restrictions, we can't tell you everything about our new reality series. But what we can say is the idea behind it is fully baked.
I don't know.
High Hopes. Streaming 4/20 on Hulu.
Bring excitement to your landscape with proven winners, Color Choice Shrubs. These flowering shrubs and evergreens have been trialed and tested by experts to make sure they look better and bloom better, so they're just as easy to care for as what's in your landscape now, but a whole lot more colorful and interesting. Look for proven winners, Color Choice Shrubs, in the distinctive white container at your local garden center, or learn more at provenwinnerscolorchoice.com.